Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have...
I am Kez, and I'm playing Beatrice Baxter, the intrepid reporter.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Ginny St. George, the, I'll fuck you up, tall lady knight.
And I'm Matthew, and I'm playing Preston Smith, the gambling liar. I don't know.
And I'm Mo. I'm playing Zacharias Bay Laurel, the scrapper fighter.
Awesome. Yes. Punchy, magic. Super excited to be back. Super excited to be here, hanging out. Getting ready to play some Through the Breach. If you guys don't know, this is the tabletop RPG set in the world of MALIFAUX from Weird Games. This is it is a card flipping tabletop gang warfare sort of minis, very objective focused. A lot of really cool characters. They do some wonderful podcasts and stuff too. Weird Games are friends, although not associates of the channel, but we have a good relationship with them, and we might be doing some giveaways of theirs coming up soon. So we are super excited about that. I'll run through a couple of quick announcements as we get ourselves put together. We are going to be our schedule is going to be undergoing some changes in the coming future. We are working on bringing back the PvP League as a legitimate league. That looks like it is going to be occupying our weekends. However, things to keep an eye out on the horizon. Doing some bonus either talk show or video game streams with Megan, as Eric's schedule is a little more locked up than we initially anticipated. Other things, as all of our cast members are getting their vaccinations, their Fauci ouchies, I believe, as Matthew put it. Yeah. We might be trying to bring back some in-studio things. Board games are first on the docket, trying to get things like Gloomhaven back on the shows. We'll have to find nights for that, specifically because if we are doing the PvP League over the weekends. So this month of May is a little bit in flux with us. We are going to try to really hit Through the Breach and MALIFAUX on the Wednesdays, keep that nailed down. And as always, Disasters in Danger is our Monday night adventure. So, best way to know what is going on day to day with the rep is to follow us on the social medias. You can follow the links in the chat. Most things are Rep RPG, REP RPG. And in case you didn't know, that is also our promo code for Norse Foundry. Dice do you no good in this Through the Breach world, but in other worlds they might be important. So if you want fancy dice with 15% off, which is a good chunk, especially when buying the elite level fancy dice that Norse Foundry offers.
Also, real quick, whilst we're talking about PvP, because people are talking about it in chat,
Nice.
had Scribe from Indigo Chameleon. You should go check out their channel when you get the chance. So right now, say, oh, I'm going to jump in on PvP one weekend. No. This is not a one weekend thing. This is you're not fighting every weekend, but it is a proper tournament-esque style league where the winners get cash prizes.
Yep.
And it is a sports league. You're going to be teaming up, fighting the same teams a couple of times scattered throughout a 9-week period.
Yeah.
Again, every team, every lineup, everyone's going to have a bye week, everyone's going to have time off, but it is meant to be a proper and legit league.
Yep.
So it's going to be, we want people to come back and see you. We want people to know, hey, this is the Indigo Chameleon team. I want to vote for them. They're good. I want to hype them up. We want people to say, hey, this is this team, the team from such and such channel and such stream. I want to come donate to their cause and help them get the armor and the weapons that they want.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of rolling out those official rules, but if you are someone you know streams and wants to apply, we are preferencing other D&D and tabletop streams first before we open it to the general public. So yes, build a team. It's got to be a team of 3 players. We're assuming that there will be 2 per week with 1 alternate in case you're busy or in case the dungeon that you know is coming doesn't really fit whatever you built. So build with 2 mains in mind, and then 1 alt, basically, who is maybe a team member who's not going to be available every week. And for instance, Megan and Matthew are our team here, and I believe they are planning on just coming back. They were dominating. They actually won both of their games during our test weekend. We've got Lance Orlando has a team they're rolling out with AJ and Charles, who were fantastic, and again, crowd favorites. They had a great time on their weekend, and they had a very, very popular fan base. The idea being that the donations that come in through the stream are shared cash prizes for the winners and for the teams and for the whatever. They go toward the league buy-in goes towards the ultimate prizes for first, second, and third place. And then just all kinds of good hype stuff. So we're not just making you do it for the exposure. Nah, motherfuckers, we will pay. Like, we are sharing that cash prize with you. My God, please bring Rovar. He'd be the sweetest thing we'd have to kill.
Yeah.
It
really depends on how many teams that we get in. We're looking at it with an 8-team league. You would play every team once. It would be 7 weeks of regular matches, and then 1 weekend for the playoffs. So,
with 2, you did the same dungeon twice. Every team won the same dungeon twice, I believe we realized it was going to be.
Yeah, but we are also opening it up. We talked about opening up a Builder's Cup for the dungeons, for people to design dungeons and have the viewers vote on them. And whichever Builder's Cup applicant is the best dungeon or voted favorite dungeon by the crowd, they would get their own prize, essentially. And we'll be splitting donations. Some of the donations do go to the channel specifically to keep us up and
so we
running.
Can keep it running.
But also putting out prizes and character level ups and other free ways that are not monetary to support your team, such as through channel points and things like that.
So tell your viewers about that to start hyping up for that. And if you know other channels who stream tabletop and might be interested, send them our way, because we are in the process of rolling out signups and official rule sets this week and this weekend. The idea being to launch at the end of May, beginning of June. So yes, please free up some time, because it is going to be to peel back the curtain a little bit. In just that 1 weekend, we made over $400 just with teams that had no viewership. They did not have a fan base. They were just fun to watch.
Yeah. If
teams like you guys have your own viewership you bring in, I have a feeling individual teams could make that much, ideally. Without there's a hype level that was amazing to watch. I was like, oh my God, I can't keep up with anything. There's so many donations. I'm not even playing. I'm just running mission control because it was insane and a lot of fun. I'm like, crap. So please do. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we just want people to have a good time.
Yes. So,
I got excited about PvP.
You're good.
Awesome. I think that's all the announcing we need to do for the moment. Let's dig in to Through the Breach. So, this is the world of MALIFAUX, an alternate history, steampunk, arcane, eldritch, horror, all the juice in one cup. Your favorite subgenre's favorite subgenre world. Traveling through an arcane portal, our heroes have arrived in the world of MALIFAUX, in the city of MALIFAUX. They have had an adventure in the northern town of... forgot that name.
Ridley,
thank you. I was going to say Winston, and I knew that was not correct.
But now there needs to be a town called Winston.
Yes, there will be a town called Winston. But our heroes have made it back to MALIFAUX proper. MALIFAUX, a city that existed before humans arrived here. A city that they have in the last 7 to 10 years. 7 years. Wait, is it 10 years? Begun to reoccupy. Our heroes are a ragtag hodgepodge group of misfits, many of them that utilize magic illegally, and do their best to keep one step in front of the guild, the local governing body and constable force in the city. They, in our last adventure, ran across a little pickpocket girl who had attempted to steal some script, some money from them. Her name is Hazel Green. And she told them about a orphanage in which the children had been disappearing from. Our players, being good people of noble and upstanding character, thought that that should not stand. They made their way into the orphanage, some more stealthily than others, as the orphans, under Hazel's guidance and leadership, Hazel Green's guidance and leadership, distracted the groundskeepers and all of these things. They set a trap for the matron, one Elizabeth Irving. When cornered, as she was attempting to steal Hazel Green away in the night to make her disappear, much like many of the other children had, she was set upon by our heroes. It was a difficult fight. She was a dangerous foe whose body was morphed and inundated with this strange blue arcane energy that glowed from her eyes and from her mouth and forced her physical form to warp and change, her fingers becoming claw-like. And so, just as the final strike is laid against her, Elizabeth falls forward onto her hands and knees, faint blue light spilling from her wounds. "I'm sorry," she murmurs, coughing up blood that is speckled with faint blue light. "Children. Verdane." She looks up at you, giving you a pitiful look that's marred by the blue glow emanating from her eyes, and tries to say something else. Whatever else she might have added, however, is lost. As she collapses onto the ground, the claws gradually receding as her hands shift back to normal. As you watch, Elizabeth's wounds quickly begin to heal. And while it seems her form is not in mortal danger, she is, for the moment, unconscious. Hazel sits, if I am not mistaken, near Beatrice, huddled behind one of the upturned beds in cover. She slowly pokes her head up and out. From the outside, having sent word and notice, Preston, you are going to hear the gunshots of that. Yes, and you are making your way, not downtown, walking fast or homebound, but through the gate, as the groundskeepers that had borne witness to this monstrous transformation run out past you, leaving the gate open and the front door ajar for you to make your way in. By the time you come bursting through the door, much of the action has subsided. Mm-hmm. But this is where we reconvene. What would you guys like to do with Elizabeth as she is unconscious, and you guys are for the moment not in danger?
I would like to let the kids all kick her.
Okay.
That's Ginny's idea. She immediately looks at any of the tiny orphans in here. You want to get in the free punch?
So other than Hazel, I believe you put the rest of the orphans in the other room.
I wasn't sure if they came running in when they heard the fight was over or something. But then I just look at Hazel. You want to get a free punch? I can show you how.
Let's see how Hazel feels about getting the punch in. Just flip a card for that. No, she decides she's okay. She's okay without punching or kicking her. She's like, no, that's really weird. People don't usually turn blue, do they?
Not normally. However, lately it seems like, for lack of a better term, winter is coming, so they seem to all be. But no, not normal. Not all. You're very special for having survived this. She tries very hard to hype it up as like you're a hero, you're a tiny hero, but it probably ends up sounding just god-awful. Like, you're so lucky you're alive. You should have died. That should have killed you. You should be dead. You should be dead. Like,
Yeah.
no charisma.
Let's.
No charm. It's charm.
Yeah, I think let's make a. Jumping over to my skill chart here. Let's make a. Convince. Or bewitch. I'll take either. Convince
I
or
don't have
bewitch.
that. Is it charm?
Convince is intellect. Bewitch is charm.
Oh God. Can I bewitch?
Yeah. Well, let's find out.
My 0 charm is better than my -3 intellect.
So Hazel's pretty freaked out. We're gonna set it at a 10. DC for this. Flipping the 7 of crows.
I can't waste a twist on this.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Hazel listens and she kind of nods along and she is accepting of what you say, but she does seem unconvinced. So.
Beatrice is gonna look at her and she's looking at this whole mess. She's like, okay. We've dealt with, crazy people before. This is not the first time at the rodeo. So she's like, okay, let's get you a glass of water and sit down on the bed. And she kind of looks at Elizabeth and she's like trying to contemplate how she's going to get her onto a bed because Beatrice is 5 feet tall and 90 pounds soaking wet. And
Come here.
eventually she gives up, grabs a pillow, and just drops it on Elizabeth.
That too. If Ginny is allowed to move her onto a bed, she'll just accidentally bump her head on one of the headboards as she goes. Pfft. Oh no.
Okay. Continuing the head trauma, Jenny, you do drop Elizabeth Irving onto one of the beds.
She deserves it. What a bitch.
I mean, at least now she's not on the floor, just taking up room. Somebody could trip on her, get really hurt.
Fine. Would you like to tuck the traitorous murder and kidnapper in as well?
I just didn't want people to trip on her. Namely me, I'm really clumsy.
I noticed.
She also has more information to give us. Honestly, she passed out in the middle of some kind of important information about.
So you're making sense. Absolutely.
Preston will come in.
Yep.
What in the Sam Hill did y'all get up to?
Just as I'm banging her head against the headboard. This is not what you expected.
What happened?
I
leave y'all for no time at all. This is... Never mind. I don't know why I'm so surprised. That tracks. This tracks. This makes sense.
Yep.
Never mind. Just fill me in later. Is she... Alright, she looked banged up, so she's probably the bad guy. Are we tying her up?
I would like to.
She's not quite dead yet. I think she's getting better.
I don't like that.
So we should tie her up. Okay, got it.
If we're gonna tie her up, we should convince the Yep, I'm gonna go talk to the groundskeepers, and let them tie her up. And
Groundskeepers are gone.
they already bamfed out. Then never mind.
They went running past Preston.
I'm gonna trust
job
that they
wasn't
will
that
not
good
come
anyway.
untie her. Like, I will believe with all my heart that they ain't coming back in here. They've probably abandoned the children.
Oh my god, the kids! And B is gone. Like,
We need to go get the cook.
You do go ahead and check on the other children. They have huddled together and are have kind of barricaded themselves in the back of the room near one of the corners. They've dragged some of the beds over to like create a barricade. The gunshots being very loud, and just the sounds of the combat and the bursts of light and the ruckus to be roused from their sleep. They are nothing if not survivors, and so they down here on this first floor have sort of barricaded themselves. But as they see that it is someone that Hazel vouched for. They will slowly start to come out. The cook is still here. He is sort of coming downstairs. But they are shaken, to say the least. Yes, Zach.
Would I be able to... You're trying to scratch my head through my headset. That's one of those nights. Would I be able to examine her blood that has that blue residue in it?
Okay. Yeah, you can give that a try. Let's see.
Or even look at her mouth? Her mouth and arms to see if she either drank it or injected it?
So her mouth is no longer glowing, neither are her eyes. The glowing stopped in that moment. But if you would like to, what sort of skill would you like to use for this?
I was going to use scrutiny.
A scrutiny is a little more personal. I think we need something that either alchemistry or I would say enchanting or prestidigitation, maybe. No, enchanting or alchemistry.
I have enchanting.
Okay. We're going to make it an intellect enchanting test because this is, you're not attempting to utilize the magic. This is you reasoning, essentially.
Okay.
So we're going to set the DC of that at 10. And
what is enchanting normally? What is the skill that is associated with it normally?
Charm or cunning.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. You flip the 2 of tomes.
I will... What is the skill difficulty?
10.
Okay. I'll switch it to a 9 of tomes.
Okay.
And add my 1 for enchanting intellectually based.
Okay.
To make it a 10.
Yeah, you do succeed. So there is some form of magic at work, and it does seem like it has been ingested. It's probably been something that she's ingested for a very long time. Small doses over an extremely long period of time. It looks like it has inundated itself completely throughout her body. You can see as the wounds are closing, there's sort of the faint glow of that blue crystalline nature that is kind of knitting things back together, right? And her cells are sort of rapidly regrowing and closing up, and you're sort of watching as that does finally come to the place. You're unsure of the source of it, given what it is, but it's something she's probably had a lot of.
Okay.
And I would like to, while Zag is doing that, start tying up Miss Elizabeth so that she's all wrangled if she wakes up.
Absolutely.
I got a lasso.
Yeah, let's go with your flexible skill. Yeah.
All right.
Chains, lassos, whips. Yeah, so flexible.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm learning some new skills because I've realized I was a few levels behind where I should have been.
Ooh.
Oh, did your character sheet not save again?
Yeah, it said I was still at level 4. I'm at level 7.
Oof.
We've had... I haven't missed a single game, so I've had the 1 point for everyone, and how many times and if every time I've been the same pursuit, I should be at 7 for a guard, and I was only at 4.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I get 2 more general talents,
Oof.
and 2 more, because I didn't even stack that of my special things going on. So I am. Oh no, one more general talent and 2 more of my special things.
Yep.
Good luck. Good luck, soldier. You got this.
What'd you get, Matthew?
I have a +2. Did you pull?
It is a 7 of tomes.
So I have a 9.
A 9. We're gonna set that as the DC for her to escape from. That's the way we're gonna do that.
Sounds good.
If you'd like to cheat it, you can.
No,
Okay.
I'm not too pressed. Because she seems normal-ish, and my friends are not like rioting to murder her in her unconscious state. So I'm like, I don't know, something's chill now.
A fair assessment.
And then just so that we don't have to do it on camera, I asked somebody to explain it. What happened?
And I'm guessing between Ginny over telling the story like it's a dramatic heroic tale, and Beatrice with actual real notes.
Yeah, reporting the facts.
Between the two, and Zag is just, oh my god. Like, I just imagine the big chaos energy from Ginny, big heroic chaos, and actually from Beatrice, he'll eventually fucking get it.
To remind everyone, because it has been a few weeks, you guys, when you were searching her room, you did find a few things of interest. You found that she frequents the Honey Pot, an establishment over in the little kingdom, the Asian-centric portion of MALIFAUX, with many people from the 3 kingdoms. And you also noticed that she had a map in the underground sewers. There was a mention of someone by the name of Verdane. In the ledger, it does look like she has been getting paid to provide him with subjects. It is described as. There is. She was a performer. She didn't make it at the Star Theater. She kind of fell into this job and has been a lush by all accounts recently. Am I missing anything, Beatrice?
What's that? Because I actually took notes.
Nicely done.
No.
Let's see. She specifically phrased them as "get him more brats." She had failed as a dancer for the Star Theater and was rejected by Colette Dubois.
Art in the World channel of the MALIFAUX category.
Verdane, we know, is a research specialist that was wanted by the Witch Hunter branch, suspected to be an arcanist and malcontent. Irving had blue eyes and foaming from the mouth. We heard something about the brilliance, which is what she seems to be referring to this magic as. And there's also scribbling notes for, I'm guessing I was in full Beatrice, because there's scribbling notes for headline, Brilliant Blue Orphanage Matron, actually Batty Blue Monstrous Has-Been.
There you go.
I've never been happier in my life.
That's so good.
All right, I'm gonna need you to actually, that's the graphics.
That's amazing.
For this show now. That's the graphics for this show, is the newspaper clippings.
These headlines.
Sounds good.
Done.
Elizabeth begins to stir and rouse. As she does, she struggles faintly against her lassoed restraints, but she seems to have very little fight left in her, and it's more a waking up and realizing that she's tied up. And once she's sort of, starting to gather her wits about her, she sort of relaxes and looks at you all. All right. You must want something. What is it?
An explanation would be a good start.
Explanation for what?
Oh, I don't know why you're dragging children down into the sewer. Why you're glowing blue, foaming from the mouth, trying to kill people.
Glowing
Pick-
blue. What do you mean?
Pick ones.
What do you mean glowing blue?
Can I make a scrutiny check on her?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
would like to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would like.
At the moment she said, Ginny's like about to come fucking wail on her, and then she says that she's. Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will flip 4 scrutiny tests for everybody. We're gonna set the DC of this at, I'm gonna say 6. She doesn't have a lot of strength to really deceive. So that is a king for Beatrice, King of Tomes, 2 of crows for Ginny, 10 of masks for Preston, and 1 of crows for Zagreus.
Enough people pass that Ginny's just gonna let it, and she's just gonna be there watching.
Yeah, I guess I'm just too mad to notice anything.
Ginny and Zagreus have a hard time believing her, but she is being genuine. Preston and Beatrice, you do notice that she's too, I don't know, tired, beat up, worn to really register, and you get the feeling that she doesn't. So whatever this blue glow is, whatever is affecting her, she's not conscious of it. It's sort of a primal kick in. Because when you guys were fighting her, she stopped talking, I believe. She was far more
Animalistic.
not quite animalistic. I mean, yes, it was animalistic, but it was almost drone-like. Is perhaps a better term. You guys have all heard rumors of people becoming like animals in the wilds of MALIFAUX. It is one of a dozen terrible stories that this place has. But it was very crystalline and blue and magic. So,
Ma'am, if you got them magic rabies, I think we can find a doctor for you. If you're going to be foaming at the mouth with that magic stuff coming out you.
I don't do any magic. Just
really.
Beatrice is gonna go get some receipts from upstairs.
okay.
But
Come back down with her own books in her own handwriting. And just start the interview.
Can I just smear some of her blood on my fingers and be like, what's this sparkly shit in your blood?
So as you do that, her blood's not sparkling at this point. It had.
Damn it!
And by the time she's woken up, she also doesn't, as you guys are sort of trying to jar her memory, she doesn't remember being shot. Like she's not looking for bullet holes on her.
yeah.
You know, she's sort of the magic stuff is very much blocked from her memory. And while you look through the receipts of her ledgers, the children selling is sort of in there, right? It is taken, but there is no necessary mention of magic. The brilliance is mentioned. So if you'd like to bring that up to her, you can. But it is, yeah. I know it's been a while. That's why I'm kind of over-explaining to help us get back in.
That's
You're
fine.
good.
This is why I took the notes. But yeah, no, I have exactly what you said here. There's no specific mention of magic, but she is going to mention, you sold kids. Here it is in your handwriting. You're speaking with this guy named Verdane, whom we know is an arcanist, whom we know is wanted. And then, brilliance? You are glowing a pretty brilliant blue.
I'm not sure what this. Brilliance is a drink at the Honey Pot. I don't understand why you
What
keep
color
bringing
is it?
that up. Is it the color of any other drink?
She's gonna start like saying, well, absinthe is green and vodka is clear, and there's those fruity things that they sell down at the whorehouse that are pink and bubbly, and so that's really not helpful. She went Russian again. That's really not helpful.
It's just mixed in with whatever you order.
Also, the Brilliance is drink. The Brilliance is like a mixer.
Right.
So you've been asking for it. How expensive is this Brilliance drink?
I don't know. Not terribly.
Ginny's a la Gaston. The wheels in my head have been turning. She has a horrible idea of, well, I should go order that and see what happens and have my friends follow me around and see if I go blue.
Have we...
Oh god, Zach's thinking the same thing, but it's...
Have we for sure connected, at least on our ends, what she's doing with the winter and all of that?
Does not seem to be associated with the winter.
Okay.
No,
With
we had
December.
Aesthetically, we were like, hey.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure just because we had previously run into that.
There
okay,
is no
never mind.
mention of December other than the you guys are in the December month. It is snowing
Sure.
out. It is cold.
Sure.
But as far as her specific interactions, she doesn't. There's no mention of Decemberists, of cultists, of anything along those lines. Yeah.
Got it.
As you all ask her about Verdane, she'll... Excuse me, let me see if I can find his first name. I don't want to just keep calling him same. Chad. Antonio.
It's Antonio.
Thank you.
I was gonna say Anthony because it sounds like Anthony.
Yeah. What do you want me to say? Antonio offered me 30 script per person. A rat, as it were.
And that's your price. That's your price for selling children.
Well, it beats paying them.
Did he say what for?
I'm gonna punch her.
Okay.
Oh, Ginny cheers that on
Sure.
immediately.
I'll give you a bonus flip. She's tied up. I mean,
Break her nose.
yeah, red Joker. You definitely hit her.
You do it.
Yeah.
Listen, usually there'd be no honor in fighting someone who's tied up like that, but to be fair, you haven't deserved a lot of honor now, have you?
What's your damage?
I mean, because I was just popping her one.
Yeah, you're good. You're not gonna kill her. I'm just saying if I'm
be really funny, though.
practicing for my sake, to be honest.
Yeah, how do I figure out my damage? I'm so sorry.
It is.
It's just been a hot minute.
You're
It's
okay.
like,
What is your? How many ranks of martial arts or pugilism do you have?
my martial arts is a 4.
Is a 4. So max damage on that is 4.
Okay.
And that so you deal 4 points, stunning. You deal severe damage. You get a weak critical effect. That's what I was looking for. And so we are going to flip a critical effect for her, and I'm going to find the right place, and there it is. Critical effects. Tabs are our friends, kids.
Yes.
The one of the tomes. So let's see. Modified card value. Character suffers a critical effect. The suit flip determines the location. So tomes is the head. Yay, that works out. I apologize. Yes, so Brett drops the mugger. Another mugger appears at the far end of the alley. Blah, blah, blah. -4 wounds. So yeah, she was at 1 wound. You dealt 4 damage. She was at -3. So,
Actually, I should have said that my. 'Cause I'm just thinking of the way that I have this recorded.
mhm.
So my martial arts is a 4 total, which I believe has added in the aspect.
Okay.
Ah,
So yes, when we're
I'm
dealing,
sorry, I don't have my normal character sheet. I have it as differently recorded
you're
in my.
good. No worries.
all right.
So I'm just making sure that.
we'll take it for now. But if you can backwards engineer your number of ranks,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
for later. For now, I'm sticking with it. She becomes dazed until the end of her next turn. That is a weak critical effect. Nice. Thank you for the practice. And she sort of shakes her head and. What do you want me to say? I'm a terrible drunk, alright?
That'll do.
Well, there's a difference between being a terrible drunk and just being a terrible bitch.
I mean, did he ever say what were happening to the kids, or did you just try and pretend like it was all daisies and sunshine?
He said he had need of people for some sort of experiment, that the old ones were not working for him, that the young ones were more resilient.
Cool.
That's why he was paying so well for them.
Well, do you
Besides,
have?
he said something about it being that if it went well, he could. How did he put it? Stick it to the guild. It was his specific way of saying it.
Fucking guild.
Well, do you have anything else that you can think of that you might want to tell us, so that we can maybe hold our tongues on just how much of a garbage, awful human being you are before we turn you over to, well, the guild, probably?
She sort of she sort of runs through things in her mind, and you can see she is scrambling to come up with something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I'll take you there. I'll take you to Verdane. He's the one you want, really. He's the one taking children.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
but
you're
you're
also-
helping him.
Technically, he's the one receiving children. You're actually the one taking them. So I wouldn't press my luck with us too much because I will step on you. I will step on you.
I'd have nowhere to take them
There are more-
without his experiments.
There are more punches where that came from.
I'm well aware. Listen,
How about
Beatrice is
this?
going
he won't
to.
let you in without me.
Damn it.
What were you
Beatrice is
saying?
going to
She has a
tug on
point.
Preston's jacket and just kind of pull him back a little bit.
Mhm.
I had a horrible idea, but it's for later.
All right.
She looks at all the papers and she's like, I might be able to find the deed for this place and, make a few changes. And legally, she won't be able to sell any more children.
All right. I mean,
You don't know if she
Sounds
owns
good
it.
to me.
She might just work it. I'm not sure. Go ahead.
It's a thing to think about.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, all right. I think.
But
we-
that's
I think we keep-
after she takes us there,
Yeah.
after we get in. It's a thought for later because I'm trying to plan for the kids. Think of the future. She grins.
Yeah. Yeah, we can keep that ace up our pocket. Gambling joke. All right. Well, how about this, Miss Elizabeth? I think it was. What do you do to get in? Do you have password? Do you have a pin you put on your lapel, or is it just that ugly mug of yours that you gotta show to be able to get in?
He recognizes me. done business, and as long as she stops talking.
As long as.
As long as
As long as no of intensity.
I am going to literally take her cheeks in between my fingers and be like, as long as.
Bring merchandise.
Shooting a look over at Hazel again, who has already, she's volunteered debate to end this, and is just, we didn't let you get hurt before. I'm not gonna ask you to do anything you don't want to, but you're a brave one.
Okay.
And to be fair, I'm taller than anyone they've got over there. You can just ride on my shoulders. If it gets too scary, all the way up here.
If you think I'll be safe.
I hate myself. I hate it, but we don't have a dwarven friend who can pass as a child. So I was thinking of Beatrice. Y'all are
I was
both
about to
very
say,
small, but you're
Both
not
of them are
children.
like 5 foot. Yeah,
How-
which is
what's
to be
the-
fair.
What's the tallest child you've brought in? Like, if it's, I think he'll know. I would love to dress up as a small child.
Would you like to hear our renditions of "It's a Hard Knock Life"?
For us, I would love to, but for us,
Zag just starts singing "Tomorrow," and they're like, "Yep, that's a kid,
Yep.
all right.
That's a
North
child.
kid."
That's a child.
yes, that sounds like a child. No one else would sing that caterwauling nonsense. Genuinely, if we can get away with disguising an adult, let's. But that feels like it maybe won't work.
How about this, Elizabeth? You are gonna write us. You're gonna send a message that he will believe, or you will die. And it will be a letter of recommendation because your business of kid selling is so booming that you had to hire some helpers.
All right.
And we are them helpers.
But you'll untie me.
When we get back and we know that it's worked.
No. You'll untie me. And I'll leave. Do with this place whatever you want. I'm done in MALIFAUX.
How do we know that you aren't going to? Look at me falling into Western accent.
Yeah.
So easy in
Fair
Malifaux.
question. How do we know that you aren't going to run right to your friend? I'm done in Malifaux. I'm going to leave. Oh, yeah, right. We'd be fucked
Although,
to fall
be-
for that.
to be fair, she couldn't make it as a performer, so I don't know if she's that good at lying.
She cringes, but she doesn't say anything. Like, it's not with it.
I'm sorry. Would you like some cold water for that burn?
Maybe it's a compromise. We've got some friends who aren't in the room right now. We'll split the difference. You write us the note. We'll leave. An hour later, our friends will come and tell you. That way, you're gone on your own time. You don't have to wait for us to come back. But you're not leaving until we're well on our way.
That's fine.
Good.
And if we get word that you're caught selling kids Earthside, do not think for a second that we will not come back for you.
We've got friends.
Yeah, she acknowledges it. She gets it. She just sort of has this. Earthside might be terrible, but it's not this place. Place makes monsters out of everyone.
Speaking of which, not for nothing, but I wouldn't be surprised if you wake up with someone else trying to attack you again, the way you look when you can't remember. Not sure how lasting the effects of whatever you've been drinking is, but You may find yourself on the stabbing end of a monster hunting sword. You might want to lock yourself up at night. For a while.
Alright, whatever. Give me a pen. Let's get this over with.
Beatrice? From the hair, one of many.
All of us simultaneously turn to Beatrice.
Klux looks for a piece of paper that isn't half written on and doesn't have some sort of headline on. Gives one to her.
Speaking of which, while she's writing the note, lean over. You think you could whip up a drawing of what she looked like, by the way? I hate her, I want her dead, but also, kinda want her to see what she looked like.
Not typically an artist, but I can try.
Got a better shot than me. Get to it. Plus, I think you'll need it for your story.
She nods.
Trying to get sketching going.
What would I do with that sketch code?
What do I
It
flip for a
would
sketch check?
be sorry, skill chart. It is a
Art.
Yes, art. Literally crafting art. Art cunning.
Yep.
Do not have that, but I will try.
All right. 5 of tomes. What is your cunning?
-1. Oh.
It's not a great likeness. And she's sort of like, yeah, she's like,
Yep. That's it.
looks nothing like me. I don't know what you're on about.
I'll fix it.
I can give it a
later.
try.
Yeah, I was
I
about
can
to
give
say,
it a try.
I have a pretty good cunning, but no art. We can
Preston,
fix it up
4
later.
plus.
No.
What's your cunning?
Well, damn. So 7 total.
7. She's like, all right, it's a woman with weird
Zag-
hands.
Zag, you wanna fix this up?
Zagreus 7
Sure.
plus cunning.
It is an 8.
A little
8.
bit better.
A little bit, but you guys play telestrations, and by the end of it, she's still not quite convinced of what you're trying to show her. She does write you a note. And it reads, Antonio, I know you've been desperately looking for more subjects. These kind folk are eager to provide and have a perfect sample for you to continue your research with. I'll be by at our next appointed time. Till then, Elizabeth Irving. How's that? Anything you want me to change?
Can I actually use my literacy to make sure she's not hiding anything between the lines? No code, no
Yeah. Yeah,
help me in between all that?
sure. There's 6 of rams plus your literacy.
1 second, because I think that is actually my, what's it called?
Skill trigger?
My trigger.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yes, it is. My skill trigger, I can make a forgery challenge to add whatever I want to it.
Okay.
Editing.
Yeah, you can edit it however you would like. What's your total?
I have a 6 in literacy, so that would be a total 12.
Yeah, I mean, you succeed with a margin there. It was very low. She's attempted not to hide anything. The one thing you will note is that she does mention meeting him again later on. And it's written in even hand. There's the way that she sort of pauses when she's considering it, sort of gives you the idea that she knows she's lying. She doesn't want to come back or meet him ever again. But she doesn't want you guys to come chasing after her. So she has crafted what she believes to be the best potential note for you.
Gotcha.
The penmanship is sloppy, but it should do.
So
And when is your and you don't have to come up with this, Cody, but we will. I want to ask her when her appointed meeting is supposed to be, just in case shit goes south. We know that, but it's not terribly important.
I think we had discovered it was once every couple of weeks. So in like 2 weeks, maybe 3. I believe is what the notes. But she will tell you. You can follow the schedule and see sort of the timeline that has been happening with the ledger. So you confirm, and she will tell you what a matching date.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that's good enough for me. Do y'all need to rest after fighting crazy bitch?
Probably.
He's expecting me tonight.
Then no.
Okay. All right. All right.
If I don't show up tonight and then you show up tomorrow with some, even as well worded as that letter might be,
Yeah,
well.
That's fair. All right. This ain't gonna be good. but
Yay!
I would like to
Preston,
perform
you have
first aid.
completely healed from your previous adventures, just for clarity.
Perfect. I don't know if I was even injured.
I have been injured, but I now have a thing because of my level up.
Well,
Nice.
and I can try and perform first aid on anybody that is really hurting.
Okay.
It is a
Doctor skill?
yeah.
Doctor
challenge-
intellect.
Try the TN of 5.
Okay.
Please. Wounds. So I would like to have those 4 back if I can. I'd be happy with a couple of them back.
All right. Go ahead for me, Cody.
You got it. 8 of masks.
Okay. So
Ooh,
that makes it a 7. So that's a success.
yes.
It is a success.
So you get 1 point of damage healed on a success, plus 1 additional per margin of success. I don't know if I can.
Don't force the margin if you. Yeah, that's
I
okay.
Can't.
I am
even if
also
want
going to. So Cody, the way this is worded, but I don't know the variable here.
Okay.
So for Juggernaut, which I just took.
Great.
After being thrust into oh, it's a tactical action. But I need to know in general.
Okay. Yeah.
While we're talking about healing.
Let's hear
After
about
being
it.
thrust into combat and pushed to her limits time and time again, this character eventually becomes an unstoppable juggernaut of warfare. Her wounds are forgotten as she pushes past the pain, allowing her to remain on her feet longer than anyone would expect. The character gains the following tactical action. 0 cost. Juggernaut. This character may discard a card to heal 1, 2, or 4 damage. But because I'm discarding a card, it just doesn't seem like a flip, so it doesn't feel like
It is a flip.
It is a flip.
It's a flip.
So I'll discard and then you flip, and then we'll see what the margin is, basically.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah. That's fine. We can do that. We can do that now. Is there a limit to the number of times it's just limited by your number of cards? I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay.
I would assume
Yeah.
so.
Do
That's
you
it.
know if you had any cards left over last game? Because you would have had this ability.
I did actually add 2 of them.
Okay, so I'll let you use 1 for free because you
Great.
hadn't fully leveled up. So that is the Black Joker.
Shit.
Uh,
And we're gonna shuffle and everyone draw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
So that is worth 1. You do
Okay,
it
I'll take 1.
because it's an effect flip. It's not. You're not flipping to
Yeah.
see if it happens. We're just flipping to see.
How good it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I happen to get another one that is good, I only am 2 wounds away from being fully healed.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
good to know. That was still helpful.
Yeah. Would you like to discard a card now?
I would, especially as we're
Alright.
possibly about to draw.
That's
but I have a
fine.
2 that I just need to get the fuck rid of.
Great.
So I'm not gonna use it for anything else.
Okay. So yeah, I did reshuffle. You guys can draw 1 card from
Yes.
your
Twist
twist decks.
Hand max is 5, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you draw and then discard down immediately.
Got it. Thank you.
And that is a 5, so minimum another 1.
That's fine. I'm going in barely dented. I can take the dent.
Great.
And I can do that during combat again later if I need to.
If
Yep.
we take another hour, I can do another doctor. I can do another first aid because you can do first aid once per hour.
How soon until we're supposed to be there? I'd rather get to the area and wait an hour there if we get there early than wait here.
Yes.
And then, so like, let's see how our timing is when we get closer.
Okay.
And then if we have to hang out in the sewers for an hour, we can do, or like if it takes us an hour to get there, we don't have to like sit here and wait.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Anything else you guys would like to do before you leave?
Actually, yes. If she has nicer clothes from the upstairs and we are going as members of her employ, I kind of want to dress us up a little bit.
She does have some clothes that are like her old performing clothes and some dress, but here's the thing,
Yeah.
she's relatively average sized and Beatrice is tiny and
And I am
you
giant.
are giant, and the gentleman would
Our gentleman.
our gentleman they are welcome to wear the showgirl dress if they so choose,
But it might not have the effect that I want it to, so we're good, then I'm fine. I want nothing.
but at the same time, Zagreus is short. Preston might fit, as far as I understand. He's a fairly average-sized person, so.
I would, before we leave, I would like to take a kitchen knife.
Okay.
If there are any. And before we leave, but away from Elizabeth, I would like to get, kneel down and get eye level with Hazel.
Okay.
Because I know she's a scrappy little girl.
She is.
I'm going to let her know. I'm going to say, all right, so I know that we're about to go do something real scary. And it's going to be scary. I wish I could tell you that something different, but I can't. However, I want you to know that we're going to keep you safe. And you shouldn't hold this the entire time. But if something goes bad, I got two options for you. I got a little butter knife, if you want that to kind of try and make yourself feel safe. Or I got something a little bit sharper. But it's only for use in emergencies if I give it to you. If you want to, if a bad man comes at you and you need to protect yourself, then I want you to be able to. But I want to hold on to it so that you don't accidentally hurt yourself in the meantime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Because I know you're big and strong, but even big and strong people need some help every now and then. Sometimes that help comes in friends or a knife. One or the other.
She'll sort of laugh with you. It's like, that's very silly, but yeah, she does sort of laugh.
All right. Just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, she'll take the sharper one when you are ready to give it to her.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Before we leave, Beatrice is gonna kind of fill in the cook because I'm sure he's heard the gunshots. I'm sure he's,
Yeah, he's gotten up. He's checked on the kids. They're up. He's trying to make them something to help them sleep. That's the cook's way he fixes problems.
But she's gonna fill him in, try to explain what it is they're doing. They are taking Hazel. They're bringing her back. They're gonna be safe. The groundskeepers fucked right off. And that's where we're at. So, yeah. Don't untie her just yet. We don't know if she's gonna go bonkers and, eat somebody, spit up blue gooey things.
Right. All right. Well, good luck, I guess. Yeah. So he kind of wishes you luck, Jed, and at the very least, Jed is there to keep an eye on things, and the cook seems to be, doing his best to take care of the kids. You suspect he might be putting like a splash of bourbon in whatever soup he's making for them, because they have had a time. They have had quite the time.
That's fair.
I think.
It's what you give kids to calm them down back in the day.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
that's what you gave everybody to calm them down. Kids are just tiny people. Why not?
I mean, have you seen the ingredients of old-fashioned cough syrup? I mean,
Yeah,
You
bourbon,
know.
lemon, and honey. That's it. That's
a
yeah,
little bit of laudanum.
yeah. That's what it is.
Yup.
So, I think Ginny is locked up. Let's do this.
Froze.
Let's take our 10-minute break right now.
here.
Oh, you are? Oh,
There
you
you
had
go.
frozen. Oh, there you are.
Oh no,
You're back.
sorry.
You're
I
good.
did not know I was frozen. I'm so sorry.
You're
It's all
okay.
fixed.
I suspected you were trying to sort it out, but all right, let's keep going.
Wasn't
shall
even
we?
aware.
Ah, no big deal. Okay. So, you all follow the crudely drawn map. You take Hazel and you take the note that has been given to you. The tunnels here are narrower than the ones you just passed through, though that does little to lessen their oppressive unpleasantness. The narrow space seems to heighten the humidity, and with it, the intensity of the sewer's foul odors. You can spot rats the size of cats staring out at you from open pipes and side passages. As you pass, as if trying to decide whether or not you'd make an easy meal. Eventually, the tunnel comes to a dead end. If the bones jutting out of the water are anything to go by, the term isn't just a metaphor. Set into the wall is a heavy metal door that looks like it might have once belonged to a bank vault. Someone clearly went to a great deal of expense and effort to install it down here, the sewers. A speaker box is set into the stone wall a few inches to one side of the door.
What was this dude's name again? Matthew has forgotten.
Antonio Verdane.
Antonio.
Okay. Is there a button next to the call box?
Yes, there is.
Click. Mr. Verdane, you got a shipment here from E.
There's there comes there's a brief pause, and eventually you'll hear the call box sort of click on. There's a bit of muttering from the speaker. Would you make me a deceive test, target number 12? But I am going to give you a bonus, a plus on the flip, for having mentioned that you're there on Elizabeth's behalf, and because you have Hazel with you.
Hell yeah.
So, the better is the 8 of rams.
Perfect. So with my +5, that makes it a 13.
Absolutely. That is a success. From the speaker, and about a minute later, the vault-like door grinds open, revealing a man in a surprisingly neat suit and slacks. He gives you an annoyed look as he leans against the door and sort of poking his head out. He eyes you up and down, notices that there's more than one of you. I'm like Antonio. Please inform Miss Verdane, please inform Miss Irving that I do not appreciate her bringing third parties into our arrangement.
To be
Of
fair, we
course.
don't appreciate being brought. To try to make it look like it wasn't our idea to come here.
That's also true. She did give us a note to bring to you to authenticate our place here in this here agreement, and he will indicate to Beatrice.
He sort
He
of
just fishes a note out.
his gloved hand sort of snatches it, and he'll rapidly open it, reads it very quickly, sort of. Right, fine. So, what is it that you have brought me?
Well, Z, produce the goods. Zagreus.
Would bring forth Hazel.
Present the child.
Would have told Hazel ahead of time that I'm going to manhandle her, but be being real gentle with her.
We just do some stage combat where it's you're actually in charge of the interaction. We're gonna make it look like we're pulling the hair, but really it's a closed fist. Stage magic.
I would have totally done that with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like trained her, so would have her buy her hair and be like, and would have told her like every time we do this, ham it up, okay? But not too much, but like on some tears.
Hazel performs admirably to the best that she can, as you have instructed her. Verdane looks her over briefly. Right. She'll be suitable. Here. And he passes you an envelope. Come here, child. No need for any more of that unpleasantness. And he goes to usher her into the room, pressing...
And he's gonna grab the door, by the way.
Okay.
So that it doesn't close before we get a chance to ask some questions.
Yes, Zagreus.
I'm also going to interject with like pulling Hazel back. I don't know, sir. She's run every time that I've let go of her. She's a quick one.
Make a deception test, target number 12.
Oh, God. Sweet.
This is why we have the twists.
I know. My twists draw are not very good tonight, though. But woohoo!
King of Tomes.
+1.
Okay. +1. He'll...
I'm very good at lying.
He sort of looks at you as you guys are, and he's like, "All right, well, fine. Give me back the envelope, and once you have it strapped in, I'll give it to you."
Of course. Also, this
Trapped in.
might be out of place, Mr. Verdane. However, Miss E has been kind of pushing off a lot of her work to us, and we were hoping that we could cut out the middleman, as it were, if you don't mind if we come in and talk to you about arranging something more beneficial to you and us.
The arrangement's the same. You bring
Yeah,
me a
of course.
child, 30 script. That's it. There's nothing to discuss.
All right.
So, all right, you bring her in, and I don't think we need the whole herd of you.
You may think that, but we are sort of a package deal. Wildly codependent. It's very unhealthy. We're seeing the shrink about it, but in the meantime, that's what we got.
Make a.
Not technically lying. We all are fairly codependent at this point, but yes, I'll make an anything check. Can
Make
I
a-
intimidate?
No. Are you?
Damn.
Well, are you trying to intimidate him?
No, it just sometimes happens. I'll deceive. Let's go.
We're gonna
be
go
a
with
con-
bewitch, because yeah,
I'll
you're
bewitch. Let's go.
okay.
Use your boobies.
10,
They're so big. What's the target number?
12.
Then I'm going to make that shit a queen.
All right.
Nice.
What is your
Zero.
bewitch? 0.
So,
Okay.
I'm at exactly 12, right?
You are at exactly 12. That is correct.
Thanks, Twist Deck.
He'll sort of. All right, fine. Whatever. Come in. Just hurry up. It smells.
Thank you.
Wipe
We
your
noticed.
feet. Over
Alright.
there. There's a station. Yeah. All right. Good. You find yourselves in. Well, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. make sure I'm reading you the right description, because there are multiple ways for you to get in here.
Fair.
Basement laboratory. Okay. This room might seem sterile, if not for the cracks in the walls and the ceiling. The room is filled with medical equipment and scientific instruments, and one entire wall is dominated by a large steel tank with a closed and bolted door, almost like it was a miniature prison. A half-dozen tubes slowly pump a black sludge-like substance out of the tank and into a row of large sealed jars, which are filled to various levels with a vile-looking substance. Another wall is almost entirely taken up by the vault door that you have just entered through. Small speaker set into the wall. This is the description if you had entered from the other way, but it's still a decent description. To one side of the room, almost wedged into the corner, is a small steel cage holding a young boy in threadbare clothing.
Does the little boy look alive?
Yes. Yeah. You have not been directly threatening, so the Elizabeth would be back in a couple of days, I should say. Seems like every few days. That just became noted to me. So
No worries.
you don't immediately attack him, or do you?
Nah. What? Not yet.
Okay.
It's real tempting, but no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe in a second. Like
That's
literally
fine.
in a minute.
That's
but-
fine. Yeah, I'm seeing if there is some specific text he has for different
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah, of course.
But
I would like to see, I at least would like to, and I'm hoping we would have discussed this on the way, see what is happening. Because if there's a chance that we could find out more, or if there's possibly multiple people at work, or if this is just a one-man, one-off operation, or if this is, it's too late, Batman. It's already running through the sewers of Gotham.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my final experiment. Like, I'd like to know,
Sure.
but ready to attack the minute we find out what we need to know. I'd like to think that we have a Jenga, that we have a code, that we know when to jump. Like,
It will be. Let's fight.
that, exactly. We're not subtle.
No.
he
What a very nice dinner ride. Let's go.
so as he brings you in, he sort of ushers you in. He tells you to wash your feet. There is a steel gurney, very steel plate. Right. Well, you can just strap that one in over there, and once you've done, we can let's see, make our arrangements, and you will be on your way.
Jenny would like to offer to help Zag chain her down so that the two who can maybe talk better can talk to him, and Jenny will, with Zag, go and pretend to strap this child down while not actually securing things properly or all the way.
It's tough to deceive that because they are very large asylum straps, essentially, right?
However, if she's a small kid and I put something in the wrist hold with her hand, it will build a gap that will make it so it doesn't tighten all the way.
Okay.
Maybe something flexible or breakable so that if she struggles at all, it'll snap like pasta. Like
Nice.
it'll snap
Okay.
and it will not be, fully skin tight anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's make that a double checking if there's any sort of skill that might be appropriate for this.
I know both Caitlin and Ginny should remove themselves from the situation until told to come fight. Otherwise, she will say something stupid.
Would
And
it
of
be-
all, I feel like Preston has a better charm score than the two who are ready to punch this guy in his
Yeah.
nuts.
Let's make it a pickpocket skill.
Absolutely.
Let's make it a. So if you don't have
Nothing
pickpocket,
specific.
it's speed. Speed test. His notice is. Let's see how good of a.
Please start talking to him while I do
Yeah,
this.
I
Oh
was
my
about
god.
to say,
Can his notice drop if he's not paying attention to us?
Yeah. Well, I'd give you a bonus on the
Thank you,
on the
bonus.
flip. Excuse me. Let me pull up Antonio's stats here real quick.
can you go ahead and give her a plus? Because my plan, I did not want to interrupt, is to, as soon as we are in, literally just continue to walk further in and look around.
Yeah.
And because he has seemed so
Touch all the things.
pretty much just because he seemed so particular about like not wanting people in here and everything has to be clean that I want to like not go
So
wipe my
let's all
feet.
be
Sure.
in here and be very
And-
unclean.
yeah,
Sure.
pretty much.
Absolutely.
Hey, we do that really well.
This is our jam.
Yeah.
We're good at that.
So Zag and Ginny, you can both make the speed test. It is a target number of 11. Okay, and you will both get a plus as he is distracted. Preston and presumably Beatrice, but at the very least, there's more people in his lab than he's used to, and he's trying to wrangle the herd of cats here. So Ginny up first. 6 of crows is the higher target number of 11.
What's my bonus?
Your speed.
Oh, I thought that was just my normal. He said we were getting a bonus by being.
I flipped 2 cards.
Oh, 2 cards.
Oh shit.
It's advantage. That's the bonus.
I'm going to fail.
Okay.
Fuck.
That's okay.
I have a
Okay.
-1 to speed. I'm big.
All right. And Zagreus? 11.
I've got a +1.
So you make a 12. As you all are coming in, he sees Ginny.
Some Hermes boon there.
Yeah, nicely done. He sees Ginny sort of struggling with the straps there. Ginny.
Can I try to cover by stop moving, you little brat? Like
Sure.
as though it is her fault, not mine.
Yeah,
I
I'll
have big
give
hands, she's a small child.
I'll give you the deception test with the advantage. So Black Joker
Nice.
gets you a success.
Yeah.
So seeing you struggle, Verdane is gonna come. No, you're doing it wrong. Hold on, I've got this. And he's gonna come over and tighten down the straps that are on your side. So
Okay, that's fine. We can deal with one. It's
yeah, no, to his mind, Zagreus did a good job
exactly.
strapping her down. He doesn't approaching doesn't make him notice Zagreus any better.
Good.
But seeing you struggle.
I would have given Hazel the signal to start screaming and just carrying on nonsense to also distract him.
He's not distracted by the screaming child.
Okay.
He's
I'm trying to bother him.
pretty
Yeah, he's used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we are. All right.
Well, it was
Now,
worth a shot.
what are you touching over there? Stop that.
Well, and I would like to have been over by the other child in the
Sure.
cave.
Okay.
And
Good plan.
That's actually what I had wanted to do. I was just
okay, good, perfect. We're there together. Does
Teamwork.
the kid react as we approach, or is he unconscious, or
He is conscious,
out?
I believe. He is in a he's a little freaked out. He's definitely hesitant, and he's definitely in some shadow as you're trying to get a good look at him. I know there's a description of him in here. I'm trying to find it. You will notice that he is. Sorry.
No worries, you're good.
Listen, this is already going smoother than I thought it would, so it's about time for things to go off the rails. But honestly, considering that we got in, and he didn't immediately see what we were doing, and we didn't both fail all the things, and we automatically paired off, and we're like on the same page, I feel good. Diddly-diddly-diddly.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Uh,
Da, 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 da.
Okay. I don't see the description I was actually looking for. That is okay. I can expound upon. So it is clearly a boy. His clothes are threadbare, knotted, and kind of ratty. His skin, however, has taken on this pallid purple like quality. And there are these small sort of protrusions that are beginning to creep out of his back. His features have sharpened noticeably, coming to odd little points on his ears, and right at in this portion of his forehead is his skin is jutting up in these two particular points. His mouth and jaw just seem a little wider and a little more kind of alien-like, for sure. And there, let me see. Yeah, and so the ears have kind of spread out more. His eyes within the cage have this slight tinge of red to them. I was like, oh, yes, he's in the later stages of the process. You may not want to stick your hands in there, unfortunately. He could be a bit, what is the word? What is my accent? Neither way. And as he says that, he's sticking a brittle into Hazel's mouth because she was screaming. So he's...
Oh.
There we are. Yeah.
Can
Right. So...
Can I take Hazel's gurney and just really enthusiastically go, where do you want her?
I'm right
Or should I
there.
wheel-
Right there. No,
Start moving her around. Wait, over here? And like literally start moving her in the opposite direction of where he's telling me.
I'm assuming she goes next to the other one, right? Like, we're
shit.
gonna get them together. That's how this works.
All right. If you want to get paid, then just stop.
Being
Stop
disaster
what?
children.
Stop what? Here.
He's
Sorry,
got the
can you-
money, and he's
I'm trying to be helpful. I'm helping.
just leave her be. Leave her alone.
what exactly are you? What kind of experiments are you trying to do on these kids, if you don't mind my asking? I've only been in MALIFAUX for, I don't know, it's not been very long, so I'm kind of new to the whole everything.
Well,
I'm new in town.
well, we must all have our secrets, shan't we? But let's just say that here through the breach, there are these quite devastating creatures. Perhaps you heard of them. They're Nephilim. They're black blood, as it were, have quite the transmogrifying properties, which I hope to harness and use to the advantage of humanity and all free-thinking peoples of MALIFAUX.
And are you the only one there's no way that this is such a big operation for just one dude to be doing it. I'm mighty impressed if you're managing all this on your own.
Well, the research is entirely my own, and I do have a spare pair of hands every once in a while. But I would say that I would not nearly have been able to afford reaching this late stage in my research without the support of like-minded, magically inclined individuals, as it were.
All right.
I'm. That is why I have the capacity to offer such a wonderful sum of 30 scrip per person delivered to the door.
He's gonna look to Beatrice to see if she has any questions to ask.
To be clear, he is hitting all of the subtle keywords that would indicate he is an arcanist and funded by. Just in case anybody was unsure, he is admitting to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'm writing down notes, but Beatrice is looking eager, like she's trying to play up this eagerness.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh yes, I really enjoy the academic approach you've taken to everything. And curious minds have to ask, of course. How did you even come by these like-minded individuals? Is there like a club or something, or did you just happen on them in a bar?
Is there a cult I can join? Perhaps?
The way you ask that, I'm gonna give you a bewitch check at disadvantage, because it's you're poking your nose into Arcanist very much the way somebody that's a guild sympathizer would. You sound like a narc, so
God,
here we
Beatrice,
go.
be cool. Just be cool.
5 of tomes is what you get, trying to get to a 12.
I'm gonna use my queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You use your queen. He eyes you hard for a moment as he's like, you're a very nosy individual, aren't you? Let's just say that those of us who believe that magic and research and the sciences should be freely available to improve the lives of all peoples in MALIFAUX.
I like what he's saying. I don't like how he's going about it. I would just like to say that right now. I like the idea. I hate the execution.
Should be. Hold on. I see you, Zagreus. He's gonna finish talking and then. Unless you would like to interrupt him.
You know what? I would.
Okay, go ahead.
I am just going to say, I'm just going to go up and clap him on the back. I have a feeling he's a person who doesn't like to be touched, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
And with my other hand, produce because the flame immuto kind of goes off automatically for me. Like, I couldn't agree more, brother.
Ah, so you understand the importance of the work I'm doing here. So that is why. Yes. It's nice to meet those of like minds, and you all are clearly capable of handling yourselves. So yes, any sort of vagabond or I don't know, unemployed parasite, some unrepentant criminal, nosy guard guilds, whoever you find, I am close to a breakthrough. I need people to test my theories. And what are our worthless few lives lost in the name of advancing human knowledge? Unfortunately, the older they are, the less tests I get out of them.
Which is why I'm guessing you haven't done the truly heroic thing and tested on yourself. You know, I don't read a lot, but I do remember this wonderful story about this doctor back home from where I'm, who just had to test things on himself. It was the only way he could get it done. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde has absolutely been written by this time. And, you know, it's a story that would have been known, at least that part of it. And
I love it.
It was brave. I mean, could have been really stupid in the wrong hands, but for a smart guy like you, I wouldn't have been able to pull it off. It was just to, you know, turn into a monster. But for someone who's actually smart enough to pull off this,
that's a terrible idea. No, it's awful. That's just dumb.
So what are you doing that they need but you don't?
No, have to have control over your test. Can't simply go about willy-nilly destroying things. That's idiocy. Stop yourself.
Are you hoping to turn more people into KG over here, but more controlled, or what? What's the goal with what you're doing?
Well, you have to see. The Nephilim exhibit very specific properties. Some of them we see here with his name.
KG is fine.
Yes, KG. Yes, with KG.
Subject number 1.
No, please. Far from one. No, but you have to understand, the Black Blood has some very interesting effects on humans and on all the creatures of MALIFAUX. We've had accounts from those that have done battle with the Nephilim and the locals here of MALIFAUX. Normally, their black blood is a caustic, damaging pathogen that would acidically burn or erode the flesh of normal men. Now, I've been able to distill it and take advantage of something the Nephilim utilize quite regularly, its transmogrifying properties, which affords them a rapid sort of aging and evolution. It also enhances their strength, and in their own groups, it affords them the ability to regenerate entire limbs and heal wounds that they suffer immediately on the battlefield. Now, the effects we've seen here on KG are a bit of a mixed bag, to be admitted. He's lost some of his mental faculties, and he has developed some telltale Nephilim weapon-like features. However, he is resistant to the destructive caustic properties of the black blood in its pure, untainted form. What I would love to see is that this compound be refined to the point that our dedicated could face off against the guild, and as they suffered wounds of magic or technological might, heal themselves on the battlefield by merely enduring their suffering together. And beyond that, not only their mastery of the arcane art, but employing a physical advantage. You can see on KG here, Brian, yes, that was his name, Brian, KG Brian, the beginnings of certain very Nephilim-like traits. He is in the stage that is akin to one of their newborns, their toddlers. Tots, I think they call them. Doesn't quite have the full wings, but we know that older Nephilim, their adolescent and adult forms, have the ability to fly. So there are so many advantages just right here on the edge. I just need more subjects.
The distilled version of this that you're talking about wouldn't be the brilliance, would it?
What is this? This is brilliance. No. It's disgusting. What is that? That's you're talking about the addicts that come out of the honeypot. Oh, is that what Elizabeth told you? No, that poor woman is a fiend hounding for her next fix. But
well, it does have some similar qualities, doesn't it? Because we saw she got into like some kind of scrape on her way home, and then by the time she was done talking to us, it was just sort of healing itself up. So if you've got competition, that's
he's gonna scrutinize you.
That is true, though, right? Like she was starting.
No. You are. I am letting you know.
The scrape on her way home. That was the.
Listen.
That's not the part he cares about, though.
It's just whether or not I was. Scrutinize me.
Yeah. So as he sort of, he's like, really? Oh. Well then, I'd have to I'd have to speak with some of the higher ups and make more lucrative arrangements. But if there was another compound that might help stabilize the black blood, if these brilliant adult addicts could have similar properties, how that might be the ingredient that I am missing in making all of this work. Oh my. You, my dear, for all your simplicity, might have brought a true breakthrough to my
So wait,
goal.
if you're not the one making this, do you have like a competition? Is there someone out there we need to stop so you can make the perfected version and we can shut down whatever's going on at the honeypot?
Well, I would have to study this brilliance and whatever is coming out of the honeypot. I'd have to see these effects to really be able to give you a good answer. But if there is someone attempting to subvert my research, then yes, absolutely, please. I'm sure that I'm sure the well, the leadership is a bit fractioned, but I know that in his day, Ramos would have very much appreciated your willingness to stifle, well, residents of the Little Kingdom.
Oh, that feels racist as fuck.
Sorry, go ahead.
It potentially could be, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys history checks.
Yes.
Across the
what I
board.
was
While that's
gonna
happening,
ask
she's
about.
going to casually be like, although I would say you might want to examine it a little more in person because it seemed like she doesn't remember any of that. So it's definitely leaving them with, none of us would have the mentality to come back to you. You'd have to probably come with us there to watch it happen because
No,
I don't know
unacceptable.
that
You
anyone
can find one of them, chain them up, bring them here. You look at you. You're a giant. They're tiny. No. Beatrice, history, 7 of tomes.
Plus my 4.
For 11. 2 of tomes for Ginny.
That's fine. I also have a -3. I'm just not. I
You're-
know
yeah.
nothing.
What's the target for this?
I'm gonna give you a variable target. So 7 at the minimum, 14 at the max.
Okay.
Preston, you get a 10 of ramps.
So that makes it a 9.
A 9, okay. And King of Rams for Zagreus. I got an 11, a 0, a 9, and Zagreus.
I add a 1 to that,
For a 14. Okay. Yeah, so...
which makes sense with having spent time with Arcanist and Ridley.
Yes, absolutely. And Ridley is an Arcanist town. It is very much the center of the Arcanist and Steamfitter Union power structure. So, the Ramos he's referring to is Victor Ramos, a machinist, philanthropist, and a very powerful political figure that was the founding heart of the Arcanist movement. He is currently in jail Earthside.
Gotcha.
He is known, I will say, like Zagreus, you would know that he has, out of, for his own philanthropy, steamfitters that were injured or things, he has made them into machinist amalgams in the past, purely, one, to prove that he could. He's the one that set up the pumping station outside of Ridley. He is brilliant and dangerous and has a deep hatred of the guild, and would not see any fault on these types of experiments. You get the feeling that he probably is the one that set up Verdane's funding. with Ramos,
There's some pictures of him going into the world chat.
yes, with Ramos, although Ramos is more of a machinist than than like a transhumanist. He doesn't do a ton of transmogrification, but any edge that the Arcanist can gain, he would have supported. With him gone, the face of the steamfitter, of the Miners Steamfitters Union, is Tony Ironsides. She is the public leader, and the leader of the Arcanus, the underground actual movement, is a fire mage known as Kiris, a winged fire woman whose opinion of how to deal with the guild is literally burn it all down and start over.
And I have Tony Ironsides up as well.
Yes.
So I did the right thing by showing fire. Yay!
Yeah.
You chose wisely.
Yes. And the last thing I will say, so that's fairly open
And who did
there.
you say was the other leader? I
Karis?
missed the name. I missed the name before that.
Tony
Tony
Ironsides?
Ironsides.
Gotcha.
She is up in the world chat as well. It's first up is the guy who's in jail. Second up is Ramos. Second up is Tony Ironsides. Who's the third one? You said?
Karis? Kaeris? Karis? Or the E and the A might be switched.
Google will know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The
Fuck.
the real secret bit of information that the 14 sort of nets you, Zagreus, is the rumor, the unsubstantiated rumor, although it does seem to cause a bit of friction. It used to be worse, although it seems to have maybe leveled out between Tony and Kiris, is that Tony's responsible for Ramos being in jail.
But they are some looks, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
So
Fucking Karis.
yeah.
And her wings.
And just so that we are clear, it is not a racist thing for the Little Kingdom. The Little Kingdom
Thank you.
is known to be the center of the Ten Thunders, a triad Yakuza-like syndicate that has much of its own goals and are sort of tangential on the side to the Arcanist, right? They're not
Gotcha.
directly in the way, but they can be. So they rub up against each other time to time.
Cool. Well, this has certainly been enlightening.
Oh, it has for
been
me as
a-
well. You all have seemed to have brought so many interesting possibilities to my door.
And you as well, sir. She's just looking and waiting for the cue from one of the responsible adults, which in this situation is not her and Zag, and she knows this. She's literally just, and you as well, but like making eye contact with Preston with this. Can I kill him?
And
Can I kill him?
Preston will just look to Beatrice to make sure that the reporter does not have any further interview questions.
She just clicks her pen and smiles.
There it is.
All right. Well, this has certainly been enlightening. And you will have
That's
to
the signal.
You'll have to tell Ramos hello for us.
And we will flip for initiative.
Yeah, we will.
And
Head
as a
slam.
note, as a note for all of you guys, because I did get enough levels in Overseer, concerted effort. I always make initiative flips before any of my companions. When friendly characters make initiative flips, they may choose not to take an initiative flip and to use my initiative value instead. And
Just-
I have a +6. So
Holy shit.
should I flip
Yeah.
halfway decent, you guys are free to take my initiative instead of your own.
Now, can we all use yours, or does
Yes.
one of us? Oh my god,
Every
yes.
one of you.
That is dope as fuck, and I just got some new abilities too that I'm excited about.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So, Cody, if you could flip for me real quick.
Absolutely. That is a
Oh my god, we're all taking that. I feel like we're all going first.
Yeah,
We're all
18.
just gonna wreck him.
Yep.
Yeah, so we will all get a 19 real
Please?
quick if you guys all want to take
I would love
that.
a 19. I would love to go near the end of the 19s as she shouts.
Okay, and then
Then
do
we
any
go.
of you want to flip for your initiatives?
No.
Does not seem like it.
Okay, so bad guys it is.
All right.
I do have a question, and this is just for learning and
Mhm.
note-taking purposes.
Mhm.
What do you add for your initiative? Like, how do you determine?
Initiative is, let me triple
It's a
check
derived
for you.
aspect, so you should have already filled it out on your character sheet.
But she has
It
a
is.
different. character
Unfortunately,
sheet.
my character sheet is
Oh, yeah.
missing this evening.
Oh yes, no, you're fine. Sorry, I didn't know.
So, initiative is equal to your speed aspect plus your ranks in your notice skill. Yeah, plus your ranks in your notice skill. Which I think we determined was your adjusted value, right?
Yes.
Or do we need to change that?
So is
we'll figure it out.
it your ranks, or is it your adjusted value?
I don't know. I think originally
Notice
we had determined.
ranks. It's ranks.
Yeah, okay, then originally we had determined adjusted value, but I think that is incorrect. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be ranks.
So I'm a liar then to all of you. You only get a
Because-
16.
Okay. So you all go first. Preston, I am going to ask you to kick us off.
You got it. Sort. Okay. So I would like to first pull out my driving whip
Okay.
and assuming that I'm within 2 meters of the man.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I'll just go ahead and attack him.
Okay. So,
So if you could
Yes.
flip for my flexible.
absolutely. So that is a 4 of masks against his defense of 12.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Okay. So
And
you
my turn's done.
So you readied the weapon as your first action, and second action you make the attack. Verdane, sort of moving ever so slightly out of the way. Up next, Zagreus is stepped away. Let's go with Beatrice.
Okay, so we have started the let's hit things, but I am not very good at hitting things. So
Get the girl,
first
get the
thing-
girl.
Yeah, the next thing I'm gonna do is get the girl. I'm gonna go
Okay.
ahead and see if I can undo those straps and get her out. But
Only
I am...
one should be tight and real. Remember, Zags was a fake.
Yeah.
So Hazel should, yeah.
So
So I'm gonna go for the real one, obviously.
okay, so you'll need one action to move over there, and we are gonna do a pickpocket check. So speed test, unless you have ranks in pickpocket.
I do
And
not.
we are going to set that difficulty at, where is his speed? 8, DC of 8. So you flip a 7 plus your speed, 7 of Rams plus speed.
That's gonna be a 7, except in this case, I am gonna cheat it.
Okay, what are you cheating to?
A 10.
Sorry, yeah, you got a little fuzzy, so that's why. Yeah, so with a 10, you are able to undo. I'm gonna say you undo like her arm and the chest. You still have to undo her foot. Okay. Zagreus or Beatrice?
Oh, Ginny.
Ginny, sorry.
I'm just gonna punch. I'm gonna wail on him now.
Okay. So you'll need an action to move into punch range of him.
I will move into punch range. I'm also trying to use my giant body to block whatever's happening at the gurney.
Okay.
Just distracting.
Yes.
I am a big. Let's go.
Okay. So it is a 4 of crows trying to beat his 12 defense.
Okay, that is. Then I am going to make it a. Everybody, yeah. I'm gonna 12 defense. You said.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, got my sheets. Got so much paperwork. So much paperwork of here. My God, crow. Okay, I'm going to make it a. Eight of masks.
Okay.
And my rabbit punch is my masks trigger, so that is going to be, if it's an 8 of masks, it is a 14.
Okay, 14 hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then rabbit punch trigger is that I get to succeeding take an additional pugilism attack against the target.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's do damage on this one first. So you're
Great.
flipping with a single negative. So you're going to take the 9 rather than the jack. So that is
Okay.
going to deal moderate damage.
So the middle one?
The middle one, yep,
Okay. That is 3.
that is 3. As you punch him, his arcane shield kicks in. If this character has not yet acted during this round of dramatic time, reduce all the damage he suffers by 1 to a minimum of 0. So he is
Also,
going to take 2.
Because of my fist load of the knuckle duster, pugilism and martial arts attacks made with this weapon ignore 1 negative on the damage flip.
Okay.
Just by the way.
Well, we can't go back and redo that at this point.
That's what I was trying to. Yeah, you're fine. So that would have been that previous thing then.
I don't know which card. It would have been the 9. The 9 was flipped first. So
That's okay. That is fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him again.
All right. Second attack is a 10 of masks.
Ha! Masks. Damn it. Never mind. I was like, that's the trigger again. But the second attack cannot call triggers, unfortunately.
Right.
But I still hit him.
Not yet.
That's a 15 then.
A 15. So it is still with 1 negative. So you get a flat roll.
Thank you.
So that is again middle damage,
Yeah,
reduced
so that-
by his armor. Is that okay?
So again, the 3.
Reduced by 1.
Yeah, but the middle
Yes.
damage is a 3. 2. Perfect.
Okay, Zagreus.
I'm going to attempt to hit him with what is it called? It is sorry.
Zagreus, for clarity, you are in melee with him. You had an arm wrapped around him not long ago and had not moved away. So
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna hit him.
Okay.
I was gonna do something, but fuck it.
Okay.
I will just. Although I do think I have elemental strike. Let me double check.
So is it just an attack, or are you doing elemental strike?
I'm going to do elemental weapon, where
Okay.
it's. My weapon is my fist. Is that okay?
I am
Is it-
going to.
It says caster enhances a weapon or a person's body with an elemental effect.
So a
Your
person's
weapon
body.
would be-
Yep.
The fist feels like it falls under both of those categories technically.
And if you're using knuckle dusters, then
I don't
that-
have them. I don't have them on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then never mind. Sorry, I apologize.
Okay. So that is elemental.
'Cause I figured he would have seen that as suspicious.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're
Oh.
which Which magia are you using?
I am using Spirit, but because of my automatic fire, he will catch fire if I hit him.
Okay, which spell are you using so I can make sure I look it up?
Elemental weapon.
Elemental weapon is enchanting.
It is an enchantment.
So this is cunning plus enchantment, target number of 8. It is an action to basically set your hand on fire.
And I believe it has to be a ram's.
You do need a ram's, yes. So, target weapon gains the effect of an elemental immuto for 1 minute. Spell may be cast upon a character, in which case the character's grappling, martial arts, and pugilism attacks gain the effects of the elemental immuto. Any character damaged by the target weapon suffers the effects of the added immuto. If the spell is cast upon a weapon itself, the second spell overwrites the first. Okay. I don't know why there's a willpower resist. I guess you could try to not have it. Doesn't matter. I'm ignoring that part. So, 7 of masks.
Ah, fuck. I don't have anything that can change it to a ram's, unfortunately.
Okay.
Are you a scrapper or are you a dabbler at the moment?
I am a scrapper at the moment.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
All right. So that's one action point as you try to focus the fire onto your hands. It begins for a moment and then sort of dissipates like a match. What would your second action be?
To just punch him.
Okay. Martial arts check.
That's not working.
All right. 6 of masks plus your martial arts.
That is a 10.
A 10 does not hit. 12 is his defense.
Gotcha.
Big defense.
So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is it for the heroes. We are up to Antonio Verdane. With people punching him all over the place, whipping him. It's lots of things.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Lots of interesting things.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Is this dramatic time?
Yes.
So if I fail a close combat duel,
Yes.
I
Yes.
have to draw a card?
Yep.
Hey!
This is the time for those things.
The artifact by the suit. Okay.
Yeah, so like if I fail a close combat duel, so like if I had not managed to hit him, but I hit him, then I could have drawn a card as well. So
Ginny, because you are the one that did hit him, he is going to reach out places. He gathers some magical energy and sort of tries to touch you. It is a so it's going to be 2 flips. First flip is your defense flip against his 12. So you flip a 1 of masks.
Masks.
Yep.
Thank you. Well, my defense is 4.
Okay.
Oof.
So 5. So he does hit, unless you want to twist fate.
I'm not gonna waste my last one on. I'll take the hit.
Okay. Yes, Zagreus.
Can I counterspell?
It's, I guess.
Ability called counter magic.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it. What does counter magic do?
Counter magic is a target within a line of sight of 10 yards until the start of their next turn. The next time the character attempts to cast, this character may make a counter spelling challenge against the target number equal to the final dual total of the spell or manifested power being cast. Success the effect is countered and it fails.
Ooh.
Yes. So if I am not mistaken, that is a magical skill counterspelling, and I believe it is a action. It takes an action point to
it's a
prepare.
zero.
Oh, it's a
That's
zero?
Zero. Uh-huh. It's a 0 action point action according to the core rulebook.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I have it as. It's a tactical action and it's a 0.
Okay. Skill can be used for magical shielding. The shielding character may
And counter spelling is a skill.
Yes, I'm reading the skill.
I think technically, moving forward, even though it is a 0 action point action, you still have to declare it only because it is against one specific person.
Right.
Like you have to say, like, for instance, I would have to say, okay, I don't want Zagreus casting any more spells.
So on his next turn.
Until the next till the start of my next turn.
Yeah.
Anytime Zagreus does it.
So it's not like a counterspell reaction. There's not reactions the same way here, unless it specifically says on another character. So like I have a take the hit where when someone gets hit, I can discard a card to step and take it for them. Like that's the reaction.
Exactly.
Unless counter magic says that it's a reaction.
That was my question and sense, but I thought I'd throw it out there in
in this situation, Cody may rule differently for this exact situation,
right?
But in the future, definitely.
Good to know.
I was going to ask that actually.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're not doing magical shielding. Counterspelling is the art of using wards, similar to static. Blah blah blah. The counterspelling is one in your pursuit. Is it a?
It is not in my
talent?
pursuit.
Is it a talent?
It is a skill.
It's a tactical action.
But
that's okay. Tactical action.
Okay.
Tactical action is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's the tactical action of counter magic, which is what I'm doing.
Right.
But there is also the skill counter spell.
Yes, and you have to use the skill to do the thing. I'm looking up. I need the action now. So because I was reading the skill. So
it
is called counter magic rather than counter spell.
Great. What page is it on, Matthew?
It's PDF, like the Adobe page 112, 110 if it was a physical book.
Yep.
And it should be under the it is a thing that's under the dabbler.
Great.
I had misunderstood the question earlier. I'm sorry. I'm not on the dabbler path, but I have been, and it's something I took when I was.
Yes, exactly.
The target number equal to the final dual total of the spell or manifested power. Okay, that's what I needed to know. So, you have to make a counterspelling skill test against a target number of 12.
Okay.
There it is. So, here's your flip. 2 of masks.
It's a 10 of crows now.
Nice.
Okay, so what's your total?
15.
Okay. So that is going to dissipate the magic on his enchanting ability there, and as oh wow. Okay. So that's one of his action points. He's going to use a tactical action and look at Zagreus and make a it's another spell thing essentially.
Okay.
Can you do that more than once?
No.
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 It is once. Okay.
It's the next time somebody casts a spell,
Okay.
you can take the counterspelling action or counterspelling challenge.
Got it. Okay. So it is resisted by willpower. So 8 of tomes. What is your willpower, Zagreus?
Willpower is
Oh, sorry.
it's all good. Your willpower is your 2 plus your centering skill or tenacity aspect, whichever is higher. If you have no ranks in centering, it is considered to be a 0.
I have no ranks in centering.
Okay.
I do have a tenacity of 2.
So your
4.
willpower will be 4.
So that is a total of 12. So you do resist as these words begin to creep into your mind. You sort of
Right.
shake it off, and then he's sort of, fine, we'll do this the dirty way then. He's going to ready his needle gun. And that is the end of his turn.
Ah,
New round.
cool.
Preston.
New round.
Exciting.
Okay, so for my first action, I would like to try and trick this man.
Okay.
So I attempt a deceive challenge resisted by the target's scrutiny skill.
Okay. Scrutiny and cunning is an 11 for him. So your deceive is a 3 of tomes.
I'm gonna go ahead and cheat fate on that.
Okay.
And meets it, beats it, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna go ahead and make that a 6 of crows.
Okay.
Which makes it an 11. So I do succeed.
Nice.
If I succeed, I gain a plus to attack and damage flips made against the target, as well as a plus to any defense flips made to defend against his attack.
Okay.
So next I would like to. I don't think this takes an action. It does not. So I'm gonna go ahead and discard another card, my 3, to enact my marked cards wastrel ability.
Okay.
And I would like to look at the top 3 cards of the Fate deck.
Okay.
And I can either discard all 3 of them or replace all 3 of them in any order I choose.
All right. 1 of
Okay.
tomes, King of masks, 4 of rams.
Damn it. I want to use that 13, but I don't want to fuck over other people. So I'm just going to go ahead and discard all 3 of them.
So you have to discard all of them or keep all
Yes.
of them? Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Discarded.
Okay, and then I would like to attack the man.
Okay.
With my driving whip, please.
And you have a bonus on the flip?
Yes.
Okay. So the 1 of rams goes away, the 10 of tomes,
Makes it a 12.
and that is his defense, so that will hit.
Perfect. And I get a plus to attacks, or to damage. Sorry.
Okay, so you're going to be flipping with a single negative because if you just meet it, it's a double negative.
-2?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Got it.
Okay, so with the single negative, you are still dealing high damage with the Jack of Crows.
That would be a 3.
3 points of damage reduced by 1. He's going to suffer 2 points of damage. His wounds are creeping ever further downward.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Bring it on, bitch. And next it's Beatrice.
that is it with Preston.
I'm gonna continue trying to get Hazel out of this contraption.
Okay, another speed test. Now that you're there, you can do 2 of them if need be, but the first one is a 3 of rams against his speed is, so you need a total of 8.
I have nothing to turn that into.
Okay,
So I will try again.
trying again. 9 of crows is enough to get her free on this one side, and she
Yay.
starts working on her own straps as well now that her hand is free.
Cool. While she's working on that, I'm going to kind of just pull the little derringer from the beehive.
So that's a ready weapon action. So
Here
you'll
we
have,
go.
you'll have to save it for next time. Yep. You took the 2 actions to do it, but you're digging in the beehive for the derringer.
Perfect.
Nicely done. Ginny.
Oh, we gonna punch again.
All right.
Punch.
Here it is.
Do it.
12 of crows.
I'll take it.
What's your total?
Hold.
Like 17 or some shit.
Yeah, I have a I have a 5 plus 5 in pugilism.
Okay, you have a 5. So
So that should be a margin.
1 to 5 above the number is still a -1.
This was a crow, though. Yes.
Yes.
2 things. No, 1 thing. That's fine for the negative. Crow trigger pugilism. I hobble him.
Okay.
Oh,
This is new. This is the general talent I just picked up, hobbling attack.
Okay.
You gotta pick. I can pick him multiple
Nice.
times, but it's gotta be with specific skills. So like, this time I picked it for pugilism. Next time, if I do it again, I have to pick it for a different close combat skill. So it's not just all close combat; it's just pugilism. Hobbled characters may only declare one movement general action per turn, and they cannot declare the run action.
Okay.
So you gotta fucking stay.
Okay.
So there's that.
Break his knees.
I'm gonna try. And then I ignore 1 negative on the damage flip. That was the other thing. I was saying it out loud this time because last time I missed it.
Okay. So it is a flat flip. Here we go. Middle damage.
That's fine. That's that 3 again.
The 3. Okay. He reduces it by 1. He is at -1 on the wounds, so he is going to start taking critical hits. However, he technically has to make a toughness check
Mm-hmm.
against a DC of 10. Toughness is toughness and tenacity plus his card. So he does succeed. He succeeds on an 11. And let me see. If Verdane is reduced to 0 wounds or lower without being knocked unconscious or killed, he takes a desperate act to save his life. Verdane stumbles back against the large steel tank, clutching at his wounds and gasping for breath. This can't be how it ends. He doubles over, coughing blood into his hands. No, I'll not go alone into death. Reaching out, he grabs a lever on the side of the tank and yanks it downward. Now we'll all die. Another coughing fit overtakes him as he sinks to the ground. Beside him, the heavy door of the steel tank grinds open, unleashing a strong chemical odor and a deep, feral growl from within. The steel tank opens.
Oh, no.
The creature that staggers out of the steel tank is like something out of a nightmare. First come 2 gray hands, nearly twice the size of those of a human, the fingers ending in thick claws. The next is the head, horned like that of a demon, and soon the hulking features is pulling itself fully out of its cramped tank, tubes and wires pulling free of the open wounds as it draws itself up to its full height. 2 massive wings unfurl behind it, stretching out with relief as the monster turns its vengeful gaze on you. Any of you have previous experience with the Nephilim? I don't think so.
No.
It's nearly twice the height of a normal human and almost entirely muscle. It is still weakened from its constant blood loss. So, Verdane is no longer your target. You now have the exsanguinated Nephilim to
Let's
contend with.
never use exsanguinated again. It means draining of all blood, and I hate it.
It does not
Alright,
have
I
its
guess-
black flesh. Okay, so Ginny, you still have 1 action
Man.
left.
Yeah, and she'll use it. She will. Okay. This thing has wings. It big?
It big. It is very big. Yes.
So am I. So remember, I'm as tall as somebody seated on top of a horse. So
It too is that big. I'm gonna say you're probably face to face with it. Although I'll get you a picture. It's the ridge on its back makes it taller than you.
my question just is, can I grapple it?
You can try.
Yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility. So
Right.
she having punched this guy out and like, yeah.
So you're gonna have to move to get within grappling range. That's gonna need to be your action.
So he's
here.
more than 2-3 away.
Yes.
Because mine reached with the big. Got
Yeah,
it.
I'm saying the tank. You guys probably weren't standing right next to the tank. I'm also giving people the opportunity that if they don't want to be in
Yeah.
melee with it,
To
they
get out.
they can. Yeah, they don't have to be.
Thank you
That's fine.
for that.
Then-
Oh, merciful.
Then she's
DM.
gonna go. She's still and instead my second action will be impose.
Okay.
It
Well, you're-
has to pay attention to me.
You can't impose because you used one action to attack and your other action to move towards it. So you can impose on your next turn.
Oh shit! I need a 0 cost Oh well then. Sorry, you told me I still had actions left, and so I assumed I did.
You have one action left, and that's to move. You have one action
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
1 AP.
Moving and imposing are both 1, because you used 1 to attack. You have a total of 2.
Okay, sorry. I thought impose was 1, attack was 1, and move
Mm-hmm.
was 1.
Yeah.
Yes,
and you
that's
only have
that's 3, and you only have 2.
2 total. for
2
the
total.
round.
Never mind.
The,
I'm good.
is that not? Are we not making sense?
You're good. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
You said I had taken 1. I thought you meant already before we started. So I was like, where did the other one go? No, instead of moving toward it, I could shoot it, is my point.
You
If
can.
I decided not
Yes.
to walk,
Yes. Yes.
I could shoot it.
You'd have to ready the weapon.
Then no, I am going to, yes, in fact, move into melee with it so that none of my friends are stuck
Okay.
near. I will just be in its face. Sorry, it was where the extra point went because you assumed I move and I hadn't said I moved yet. So I was like, wait, when did I do that? Like,
What's
we're
the
good.
range? What's the range on impose? If you can do it at a range, then you can do that.
It doesn't say anything on it. It's just attempt intimidate challenge.
Okay.
That's it. There's
So-
no range on it. That's okay.
So
cool.
that's fine. You can do that.
Then yeah, I'll fucking impose. Like,
Oh yeah.
What
like to
test
goddamn impose.
do we need to do for impose?
It is attempt intimidate challenge resisted by target centering skill.
Centering skill.
So he'll take a negative per margin of success to any attack that doesn't include the imposing character as a target.
Okay,
And
centering.
it's
Go ahead.
because it's me that lasts till the end of dramatic time. I don't have to redo it every turn.
Okay.
Nice.
Centering is tenacity, so the number you need to beat is 11. So, your card, Black Joker. Oh,
That's the auto fail, and I can't cheat
auto
it.
fail, can't cheat.
But this is not a close combat. Oh wait, I
Is
think I
that
have something if I
both of
fail
the-
on impose.
And I think that's both of the Jokers.
It is. It's shuffle time.
Is it?
Yeah, you did the right. One of us succeeded on the red one earlier, I think, during
I
this.
think it was Beatrice.
No,
But we can
that'd have been a
check.
critical.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't during
It is-
combat, I don't think.
it
And-
wasn't.
We shuffled at the beginning.
And
I thought we'd seen it again since then, too.
I don't think so. I'm going through. I'm
you're
looking.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
There.
Yeah.
All right.
Lit.
It's like we keep track of those. We're so excited to draw. We are ready.
Because I get to draw 2 cards
Ooh.
whenever these happen.
All right. Yeah. We'll reshuffle. Okay.
Thank you.
That's it for Jenny. Zagreus.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is imbue protection for me and Ginny.
Okay.
Starting a card. And I have the ability that allows me to do as many people as equal to my tenacity, which is 2.
Okay.
So when Ginny or I suffers damage, you reduce the damage suffered by +1 to a minimum of 0. And you do have to do a flip for it because it can be increased to +2 for a 6 through 10 and +3 for 11 or more.
Okay. So we will flip. It is a 3 of rams.
Okay. So it's just +1.
So +1 armor for the two of you.
Thank you, +1.
Yes.
Okay.
So at least it's something.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, and I already have good defense and armor and the armor training and everything, so this is nothing but helpful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have a bless. And then I am going to. Oh God.
There's the picture in the cast chat. You guys can share that over in the world building.
Huh. That sure.
Well, I was close with my Fantasia gift.
You. I am going to attempt to grapple it.
Okay.
Like, get on its.
So
back or
you're gonna have to
something.
move towards it because you were not within melee of
Okay.
it to begin with.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Then I am not going to grapple it. I am going to attempt elemental projectile then.
Okay. Elemental projectile.
And I will be using the spirit immuto on
Okay.
it.
Before the flip happens,
Mhm.
just because I can do this at any time and we just drew cards, I have my cards up a sleeve. I'm putting out a queen of rams out onto the table for
Nice.
anyone to use at any point.
Okay.
You just have to discard a card and you can use this queen of rams.
Thank you, Queen of Rams.
Nicely
you.
done.
Well,
All
I have
right.
some good Rams triggers too. Ooh.
A couple
Yes.
of you do, yeah. Like I know that Zagreus uses rams for some spells. You have ram triggers, so
All right. So
It's out there.
elemental projectile is looking for a 5 of tomes. Actually, you need to get over a 13 to beat his defense. So it is. Here we go. Intellect plus sorcery is the test.
Okay.
That is a 6 of crows. So you have to cheat in a tome if you have one.
I unfortunately do not, so it does not go off.
Okay. So the magic gathers and then fizzles.
It's always worth a try.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. With the end of Zagreus's turn, we move over to the exsanguinated Nephilim. And he has far simpler things than the other guy. The other guy had weird magic shit that I was made sense, but I was not prepared for. And if it went off, you guys would have freaked out. Tell you about it in a minute.
I'm glad we got some counter spelling
Yeah,
in there.
it was a clutch
Zagreus.
counter spell. It was a
Yeah.
clutch counter spell. Very much was.
Oh my god!
So, terrifying living 12. Enemy living characters must pass target number 12 horror duels when they end their turn within this character's engagement range, or take target this character with a harmful action.
No, I have to say this. I'm so mad. One of the two things I could have taken during one of my level ups was a laugh it off thing, where it was like, if you fail a horror duel because you don't know this shit, because you don't have good paying attention things, you can just ignore the horror effect. And I was like, we've never had a horror duel. That's never going to fucking happen. So, and now I'm gonna fail it.
I'm going to look up horror duels so that we can, because we would have done these right now. So when a character fails a horror duel, that character becomes paralyzed. Once a character succeeds at a horror duel, she becomes immune to all future horror duels caused by that character until the end of dramatic time. So, we're going to do horror. We'll let the actions that have happened happen, and then we are going to do some horror duels for Ginny and Zagreus. This is willpower, I believe.
That sounds about right.
I think so.
I'm going to say willpower because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. And versus
Yeah.
12. Ginny, 11 of rams. You have to have a willpower.
I have 5.
Okay,
Nice.
well, good. You are immune. And Zagreus, 13 of
Nice.
crows.
Nice.
God, 17.
Yes, both of you
Nice.
resist the horrifying
This freaking
effects.
thing ain't shit.
It is not. And so to prove itself suddenly shit, it is going to use its 2 actions to monstrous talons Ginny. Because you...
That's exactly what I was going to post
Wait.
in the
2 games in a row I got to use that gif. Once for Treasure on Monday, and just now for us.
Correct me if I'm
Like, I
wrong.
literally picked up my phone to look for that game.
Did anyone move into melee with the Nephilim? No.
Yes, I then ended up using...
You used
Instead of
impose from where you
I used
were.
Impose. No, I stay
Yeah,
where I am.
Great.
Nobody has.
Okay, so it is going to move to Ginny because she tried to intimidate it, and it is going to make its attack. It is a 14, so we're going to flip a defense for Ginny, and that is a 2 of masks.
I think I'll change the rules. Does meets and beats it apply here?
Yes, if
So
you
if
meet
I
it,
make it a 10,
yes.
he'll still hit me?
He
If I
has
have
a 14, so
So I need higher than a 10 is my point.
you need a
If I have a
total of 14
Okay, good.
defense.
And then yeah, I will make it a exactly 14.
Okay, there you
And
go.
this is a the 10 of that was spades are.
Crows.
Good, spades are crows. I have crow things. I have crow
Okay.
defense. So oh, it only matters if there's critical effects. Carry on.
I'm double checking something real quick.
Then I will carry on. Yeah, if I get hit with critical effects, I get to avoid some stuff. Basically, yeah, because I was, oh no, and it's also rams, so never mind. Oh, that's a different thing. I have multiple triggers for weird shit. There it is. There it is. So because of my gauntlets, they are crow protected, so the character ignores the first critical effect, but not damage, generated with the noted suit during each dramatic time. So if he hits me with a critical crow effect, not me defending against with a critical crow effect, if he hits me with a crow effect that causes critical damage,
same thing.
I don't take the effect.
Yes, correct.
Good to know.
It hasn't happened yet, so I just always want to be aware so I don't make you take things back.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. We are still learning this system. So,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, that is it for the Nephilim. Preston.
Okay. So, this man, I would like to trick him.
Okay.
So, please flip me a deceive challenge resisted by his scrutiny skill.
Okay, and because you are targeting him, you have to pass the horror duel.
Gotcha.
That's the way it
Ooh.
should have been, but they would
Okay,
have they passed
yeah.
before. So
Yep.
so here we go. Willpower versus 12, I believe it is. Double checking, flipping the card. 4 of
Oh.
crows.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my. Really didn't want to use that. My Jack of Tomes.
Okay.
So
Jack.
I passed that.
Yes, you do. So now we are on deceive versus scrutiny. Scrutiny is cunning. So target number of 10. Oh, the 1 of masks.
God, okay, so I'm gonna use my 7 of. I'm burning through fucking cards here. 7 of tomes to.
How long can the wastrel's luck hold out?
Okay, not very much longer, because I got an ace and a 9 in my pocket. And then this queen that's sitting here, but I have to use another card to use it. Okay, so I do successfully trick it.
Okay.
Please flip me 2 cards for my now attack.
All right. double flip, a 3 and a
kidding me.
4. So you're taking the 4.
Oh, a 6.
Yeah, it does not beat the defense of 13. The whip cracks out, and the Nephilim doesn't even notice. Like
No.
like you did some juking, some jiving, and then you went to pull the whip out and just looked back at Ginny.
Yep. All right. That's it. I'm done. But because I did trick it, I do have a plus on defense.
Nice.
Could it, for some freakish reason attack me?
Right.
Even though I've been useless.
All right.
Beatrice is up next.
Beatrice, action to ready your Derringer.
Yep, was readying the Derringer. See that thing come on. Oh, goodness. Hazel, hide behind that. Just do not look out.
You guys, much like Screebers, Hazel has now disappeared. She.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
She's going to look at the size of her pistol. Look at that. Say a teeny tiny prayer and fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Here is your attack. 9. So it is in melee. So we do need to do a targeting flip. So the 9 is going to be for Jenny. I'm just going clockwise around. The next card is for the Nephilim. 1, so you are targeting the Nephilim. Those cards go away. This is your flip for the attack roll. A 6 of masks, trying to get to a 13.
I do not have enough, so it is going to miss, because altogether I shot a 10.
Okay, that is just barely a miss. Sorry about that. The loud crack of the Derringer echoes throughout the chamber, and we are over to Ginny in melee with the exsanguinated Nephilim. There we go.
Well then, let's fuck some shit up! And I'm going to try to impose again so he doesn't wreak havoc on her for doing that.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Beatrice. Before we did any of that, we needed to do your willpower test as you target it. So that would have been the 9 of tomes. What is your willpower?
It is a 2.
A 2. So 11. So you are paralyzed until...
I am not, because I have blissful ignorance.
All right.
That was the one. That's what I almost took. That.
Tell us of your blissful ignorance.
It's such a
When
good
I fail a horror duel, I am not paralyzed, or I am slowed instead of paralyzed.
Okay.
The reason being because you're not paying attention. You have to have an intellect of low enough that you just don't notice that why it should be frightening.
Okay. So you are slowed instead of when a character fails that character. Okay. So yeah, you are slowed, and I'm gonna discard these cards. Everything else goes the way it goes. Next turn, you only have 1 action point, and I believe.
And it will only last for 1 turn.
Yeah, I'm double checking the. If gained during a turn, immediately lose 1 general AP if possible. Lasts until the. So basically, you would not have gotten to attempt the shot. You just would have lost that action. And
But
because
I get
you.
my bullet back.
Yeah, you get your bullet back.
Yeah.
Yep. Them bullets expensive, yo.
You don't have to throw away your shot.
Hey.
I'm a writer. We don't make enough money.
God, is that so fucking true?
All right.
That hurt my soul.
Ginny, you are up.
Oh yeah, I am. As I mentioned, I'd like to try and impose again.
Okay.
Let's...
Ace of Rams.
Oh, I win.
It's a 1.
Oh, was that? Yeah, I thought he had to flip. He has to flip against me.
No, you're trying to beat his what is it?
Centering skill.
Centering. He does not
I
have.
thought he flipped for it last time.
No, we're always flipping for you. In this game, only you guys flip.
What's his target?
Target number of 11.
Yeah, I'll change that. He needs to be imposed.
Okay.
Nice.
Tell what does imposed do?
He takes a negative to every attack that is not against me.
Okay.
What
The rest of the game.
What is your total on that intimidate check?
14.
Okay, never mind.
If it was a margin, he'd take more than one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I one away from a margin? Because that might be worth it to if I take your card. Nope. Okay.
You're 2.
Cool. Because yours was a queen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a +3 in intimidate, and the jack
Gotcha.
is an 11,
Yes.
so it'd
correct.
it'd barely be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that was action 1. Action 2 is I'm gonna punch him in his big face.
All right.
Yeah.
9 of crows.
Yep.
What's your total?
Yeah. That is a what's his defense?
13.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I have a +5.
Okay, so you get a 14. Yeah, the total always determines how many cards. So you would
Yes.
be flipping with a -1, but
Nope, I ignore a one
Yep.
on the damage flip. Yep.
I was about to say that. Thank you for the reminder. Still minimum damage, but
That's
that
fine.
is how many?
1.
1. Okay, and his armor cannot reduce below 1, so he takes his first wound.
Yay!
Yes,
Whittle him down.
celebration of wounds.
Yes, my girl Ginny is a Scottish lady. Thank you for noticing. Chat, I appreciate it. We have fun with
Yeah.
words here. So she's gonna fuck him the hell up.
Okay, Zagreus.
I have to move to be into melee with him, don't I?
Yes, you do. Well, he moved into melee with Ginny. So I'm gonna say you can be in melee with him because you and Ginny were both in melee of Verdane. So if he moves into melee with Ginny, he's smart, but he's mad and hungry. So none of you have proven to be a threat to him yet.
Fair.
All right, I am going to elemental weapon my fist.
Okay.
Punch him.
Let's do your elemental weapon test. That is a 4 of rams.
I'm gonna bump it up to being a queen of rams.
Queen of
Nice.
rams. Okay.
Which beats
Yes.
the trigger number that I need for it,
Yep.
etc.
The hands
so
catch
it is imbued-
fire.
It is also imbued with the spirit immuto
Nice.
that ignores armor and hard to wound.
Okay. Oh, so you didn't do the fire immuto, you did the spirit immuto.
The fire immuto is always on it.
Always on. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some auto fire happening.
Do you gain
Yeah.
both? Do you gain the effects of both?
I believe
He
you
just
can.
has he just has the burning condition of +1. And that's just because of the kind of magic that I study, which is hedge magic.
Yes, and I know because I know you always have the fire effect on, and I know normally when you add
Yes.
an immuto onto something, it increases the target number, and you would. The spell also casts upon a character, in which that case grasps from pugilism, any character So I think you get both because you essentially make the spell harder to cast.
Yes.
By adding the spirit immuto. So the spirit immuto, finding it,
Is a +3.
plus 3. So you needed an 11 of rams. You put a queen of rams
Yep.
plus your blah blah blah.
Easily got
You
it.
definitely made it. So great. You get fire and spirit. Spirit fire. Haha.
Nice.
Thank you guys
Spirit
for
fire.
Punch him!
thank you guys for enduring me double checking all this stuff.
Oh,
It
no
is
problem.
Good.
it is in large part for me to understand
Yep.
what's happening because they're
It's helping me as well, so I appreciate it.
absolutely okay.
Like learning how to ride a bike, so teaching someone to ride a bike, or
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And
Okay.
the only reason I cast it is because I had that queen to burn.
Nice. Yeah. Nicely done.
That sounded brutal. Yeah, I got that queen to burn.
And we've seen that he has armor.
Yes.
So doing something like Spirit that damage dealt by the spell ignores armor and hard to wound
Yep.
is perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So it has that, and it has fire. Any character that suffers damage from this will have the burning 1 condition. Nice. It can be done multiple times to increase the burning. Okay. So, punch attack with your spirit fire fists.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Martial arts. 4 of masks.
Going to what is the target number that I need to beat?
13.
Huh. I don't have something high enough to beat that.
There is the queen on the table if you would like to use it. You do have to discard one of your own cards in order to use it.
I can.
However, it is there. It's up
I
to you.
can do that. No, I would like to.
Perfect. You got it. So it is it's a queen of rams
Okay.
that you cheat it to.
Nice. So it's your martial arts total?
So that is +4 to that queen.
So 16. So you're going to flip with 1 negative. Unless you have anything to reduce that.
I don't think so.
That's okay. All right. So you're going to deal minimum damage. What is the minimum damage on your martial arts? How many ranks do you have? What's your grace?
I have 3 ranks in martial arts.
Great. 3 ranks. I can get you where we need to go. Knowing that. 3 ranks. That is 1 point of damage. Ignores the armor, and he takes burning 1. And I'm going to look that up because it's going to have an effect on his turn. I believe that's it for Zagreus.
Yes.
Cool.
Or that was 1 action, or was that 2 actions?
Because 1 to cast the spell, 1 to punch.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Handy dandy reference sheet. Tell me about burning. At the end of turn, suffer damage equal to the value of burning condition. Then condition ends. Any character within 1 yard of the character with burning condition may take 1 action to reduce the burning condition by 1. So, at the end of this turn, he's going to take 1 bit of on fire damage. But in the meantime, he is going to monstrous talons Zagreus and Ginny. Ginny first on the monstrous talon block is you're looking for a defense flip of against 14. So 2 of rams.
Rude.
Oof.
You know what? It's fine. I'll take it. I will be losing
What's your total?
for 6.
6. Okay.
And remember, he'll be flipping with negatives against Zag.
Yes.
Because
yes.
impose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because of impose, you will flip with negatives against Zag.
Sure, hit me.
Thank you on that. So, but with an 8 difference, he is no diminished flip on the damage. Black Joker
Lit.
on the
think that means-
damage.
No damage?
I think it's still a minimum of 1. I think.
I'm pretty sure. I think. Maybe not.
Which may be negated by your shield.
Might be.
Your shield can only reduce it down to 1.
Matthew,
But then
double
I
check
also
on
have armor
what the
of 1.
Black Joker does for me.
Got it.
I'm gonna move to Zag to keep us going
Yep.
here.
Yep.
So with the
Just let me know
negative,
when you figure it out.
yeah, with the negative, He's gonna, or Zagreus, your defense. Oh no, negative for him is a positive for Zagreus' defense. So what's your defense? You flipped an 11 of crows plus your defense.
It's 4, so 15.
So he misses with a 15.
I'm so small, he can't hit me.
Yes, you are, and you duck behind Jenny's largesse.
It is 0 damage.
0 damage.
For a black joker.
Nice. Okay.
Try harder than that, you son of a bitch.
Okay, at the end
He
of
just
his
roars in his face again, like, yeah!
the end of his turn, he is going to take
It's a screaming contest between the two of them.
and they are screaming, many back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, that is it for the Nephilim. Preston.
I'm gonna trick him again.
All right, more
So I
tricking.
needed more tricking. Deceive versus scrutiny.
12 of rams.
Lit. That's a 17.
Yeah, you win with a margin.
Hell yeah. Well, I wish that this one did margins. It does not. So
Okay.
I attack him.
Okay, with your plus.
A positive to the flip.
13 of masks.
Makes it a 15, so that'll hit.
Yep.
And then I get a plus to the damage flip, which I think should negate it to a -1 total.
It was a -1 already, so it's just a flat one.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. 8, so medium damage.
Okay, that's gonna be 2.
2. Reduced
2
by
damage.
1 on his armor for 1 point of damage. Nicely done right there. After Preston, Ginny.
Beatrice.
Beatrice.
You're good.
Listen, I was ready to go, but
I know.
it was not my turn.
How many people are now in melee with it? Because this is gonna suck if I try to fire.
2.
I love you all. I'm gonna try to fire.
Well, and
You don't
Zach,
have to-
that's the thing, you can avoid
Yeah.
him.
You can avoid me. You don't have to flip for me.
Oh, really?
It's
That's
Okay.
a new thing that he took.
Very
a
cool.
new thing that I took.
All right, Ginny's
Specifically because of her Derringer.
nicely
Smart
built.
team play.
I know.
So for Ginny, she's got a jack. Tied. And if I am,
I think last time we let
Can
Beatrice
I cheat?
Oh yeah, you can.
you
do that
can.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep. You cheat in the ace, so you are targeting the Nephilim. All right. Here is your attack flip. 9 of masks. What's your total?
Plus my pistol will make it a 13.
13 is what you need. That's going to hit with a double negative. So, unless you have anything to change there. The red joker shows, but does not count.
That means that we've gotten both jokers.
I know. I'm not going to reshuffle just yet, though.
Damn it.
Rude.
That's
That's rude.
It's my choice.
That's so rude. What did we ever do to you? Why do you hate us?
What's your medium damage
We've had
on
the Jokers so many times tonight.
Grasping for straws.
Yep.
here.
3? Okay, so 3 reduced to 2. He is going to take that. And that was one action. Ginny, what's
I'm
your...
slowed though.
Your slowed applied last turn, we discovered. So that's why you got your bullet back.
Yep. So you have 2 actions this turn.
Do you got
Now-
one
hooray.
more?
Now, I guess my question
Yeah.
becomes, should she have done another horror duel? Because she didn't pass it.
That I don't know.
Is it an action for him to make a horror attempt?
No, it's just auto something that...
Then
That
I feel like, yeah, because the rest of us are immune the rest of the time. So
So she...
I'm sorry.
No, but no, that's fine. Because it was... She would have flipped an 11. That would have... what's your willpower would have beaten the 12. Ginny got the 11. He would have taken the 9. You can save your ace is ultimately what happens. The attack is no longer a double negative, it's a single negative, but we still end up with the same red joker going away and the 8. So we're good. Just reverse engineered it. But thank you. Okay. So you do have another action, Jenny. Or Beatrice, sorry.
Fire again? Because that's about what I can do right now.
Do it. Let's do it. 10 of crows.
That's going to put me at 14.
14 does hit with a 1 card negative, so you're going to deal minimum damage on this one.
That is a 2.
A 2 reduced to 1. So his wounds are whittling away. After Beatrice, it is Ginny.
Finally.
Yes.
I've been saying my name like it was my turn for like 3 minutes.
Sorry.
Oi. I'm over here. My eyes are up here. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
My fist right here. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
All right. 3 of crows.
Fuck off. I'm gonna actually take advantage of the fact that I failed to draw because you wouldn't let us fucking draw before.
There you go.
I'm gonna draw another card, and I'm going to attempt. I said, fucking. Fine. I'm going to instead attempt to grapple him.
Okay. I think it still is a. I know you have to flip. 5 of rams. And grapple.
I am going to.
So it's it is still a ranged attack. A melee attack. It's a melee attack.
I was about to say. I was like, what's his target?
His target number, it is still against defense, so 13.
Good. I am going to cheat that and make it my. I just had it. It's new. What's his number? Sorry.
13.
13.
What are your ranks in grappling?
Come back. My adjusted or my rating?
Rating.
Rating is 3. Adjusted value is, well, it's 3 total, actually.
Okay. Oh, it's 3 total? So...
Yes, Matthew, can I use the thing?
It's already been used. I apologize.
It's okay. I was gonna do something cool. Never mind. Even if I cheat, I won't actually be able to get it all the way there. So, never mind.
Okay. Do you want to draw another card for failing
Yes,
a
I
close
do.
combat? There you go.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not drawing great currently, but it's fine. I'll just stand here and take the hits.
Zagreus.
All right, I am going to punch him.
All right.
Yeah,
Martial arts.
on.
6 of tomes.
And I don't have anything to make that better because I like another 6. So it just becomes a 10. It's only a 10.
Only a 10. Okay. You're a scrapper, right? I think you get to draw a card
Yes,
for failing
I
the
do.
attack. And a 5 of masks on your next attack.
I don't know if I want to save it or I'll just burn it because we're close to. It's a jack of masks.
Okay.
Nice.
What's your total?
Nice.
Punch him. That would make it a 15.
A 15. So with a single negative, you're dealing minimum damage.
Okay.
And I believe on your martial arts, you had 3 ranks. So that is 1, and it applies burning 1, ignoring the armor. So he is there with burning.
I don't know that it applies burning because my hands aren't enchanted.
Yeah, they are. It lasts for a minute.
Oh.
The enchantment lasts
Oh.
for a minute.
Nice.
Oh,
Enchantment?
Yeah.
and the spirit is still on there too.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool. I did not know that. Yay!
I got you.
And also, my trigger goes off because it's masks of pressure point.
Okay.
He not take any 0 action point actions.
Okay, good to know.
Because his chi is blocked.
It is.
Yeah.
You have stifled his chi.
Some Naruto shit going on.
Yes.
Love it.
Leave it.
Some Ty Lee. All right, so he's gonna double monstrous talons on Jenny. Jenny, you're flipping a defense against 14. You get a 10 of rams.
Exactly 14, and because it is rams, I'm going to continue to ignore. No, again, it's not on the defense; it's on him hitting me.
'Kay.
So I still get the defense, but let's see what he flips.
All right, so
I'm
you're
learning that.
flipping.
It's confusing to me.
You're flipping defense. Another 10 of
Nice.
masks. So he is going to. He's tired. He's hungry. These people are in front of him. You guys are proving to not be easy foods. He's gonna try to fuck off. If you guys want to chase after him or shoot him or.
I would like to attempt to grab.
Okay, so we'll just.
Make a, well, as he leaves engagement range, anyone who is engaged with him can make a disengaging strike.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you want to continue this fight through the criticals until this Nephilim is dead or unconscious? Because he will now just leave.
I just don't want him running rampant through the sewers.
That's true.
That is up to you.
Although, to be fair, we have other issues at hand, and he obviously came from somewhere, so maybe he can't run through the sewers. Maybe he'll just go back in his fucking caged spot and wait to be called again.
No, he's been he's been trapped here.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Okay, cool.
He was
Wasn't
an experimented on
Yeah.
thing, and he does not want to be in here anymore. He wants to
You know
leave.
what? Fair. You know what? Fucking fair. There may be people out there who can goddamn take care of him.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always go to the local constabulary and be like, so we saw a scary thing, and this is where it was last seen.
We have a newspaper for that.
Yeah.
Just
We can
keep
just
an eye
let
out
it
at
go.
night.
Yeah.
Winged
We'll just
beast
let it go.
spotted in the village. Like,
I am giving you guys the option.
Yeah.
It is late. If we needed to push this fight till next week, we could. Here's the thing: you guys are doing effective damage against it. However, it won't, because it's cornered. It's a beast. It's not just going to get under wounds and then do something else. If you're going to chase it down, you'll have to do the criticals to it, and its toughness is a 4. It's a 7 toughness.
I'd let it go.
And it's flipping 15.
That's-
You guys are gonna have to critical it down hard.
Really far.
Yeah.
And again, it's not its fault, to be
right.
quite honest. Like,
No,
it's not
it's
this
not.
thing's fault that it was an experiment. Like, if it hadn't been ragey, I would have tried to save it initially.
Sure.
But it
Yeah.
was there to kill us.
Yeah.
It's there to kill all humans because humans have kept it locked up and have been draining it of blood.
Oh, actually, can they make a big show of making it look like they're generously letting it go?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it'll remember, like,
Sure.
like, you know, make a, this thing is not, we are not your enemy, that guy was. Go
Like,
be
we'll
free,
open the
my
door
friend.
for it, man.
Absolutely. So yeah, absolutely. So as its exhaustion begins to take the better of it, and it starts trying to just leave. And when you guys open the door and make a show that you are not attempting to chase it down or kill it or recapture it, it definitely takes note and will remember this. To put it
Nephilim
in.
will remember this.
Yeah, Nephilim will remember this.
And Caitlin will cry. We will sign off, and I will go down and make Cody hug me as I sob about this.
So.
Oh.
There is that. So we are officially done with the Bad Blood one shot mini module that we did in 2, which was a ton of fun. We'll do some Fallout stuff next week, and we may start a new adventure, or I'll give you guys some options. We'll talk about it in the chat. to figure out what we want to do next. I'm sorry we ran a little late. If the fight continued, do know that the Nephilim, you guys were very good and very skilled at dodging it. However, if it hit 4, 5, and 6 is its damage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So it could have hit me.
Yeah. Yeah. It could have hit you twice. It could have hit most people once.
I would have been unconscious even at its minimum damage.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's kind of the other reason I asked. The longer this drags out, the more likely it is that
one of us
it will get lucky and KO or critical injure one of them. So I'm happy with this. I think you guys did a great job. We're gonna sign off for the evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're gonna be back on Friday. We're going to be back tomorrow, maybe with a video game. Friday, we've got some other stuff. Check out the socials. That's all I got. I'll see you guys next time. But until then, be cool.